1,000-mile warranty. Call Hudson Hyundai in Jersey City and drive today for just $68 down. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221 or HudsonHyundai.com.
If you'll be watching the 4th of July fireworks outdoors, make sure you take us along. 1010 Wins is the exclusive home of the music soundtrack for the fireworks spectacular. And now you can hear it in crystal clear audio at 92.3 FM. All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Good afternoon. It's 73 degrees at 12:20. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. High drama and uncertainty in Russia, with a Russian mercenary group fighting in Ukraine now turning its attention on Russia. Vladimir Putin calls it treason. The head of the mercenary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, calls it a march to justice.
Hey, what's up, Theo? Yeah, you're the first one here. Hey, 1 minute in, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to be on for a couple of hours, and then I'm just going to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
You're on a sailing race and your boat bumps into a
Yeah.
killer whale.
Because I know Jules is going to be on 3 o'clock, I think, or something. So I'm just going to be on a couple of hours. That's it. So, excuse me. So how's it going? Yeah. Oh, my God. Now suddenly my nose is itching now. I'm trying it with the lights off, but I don't know if because I want these lights to be. Let me see. I'm gonna try something. Open this curtain. Different. Try something different for a change. They're being all bright all the time. I want a little kind of relaxation today. Okay, this thing is blinking too much. Let me just do slow. I'll just do slow. I'll just go slow. It's blinking. I don't want it blinking. No blinking. Okay, let me try something. Anyway, all right. I'm trying different lighting things. I don't want to always be having a bright light and all that. Sometimes I just want to, especially when I start doing the SDR stuff and I'm on a small screen and I have the desktop. Why would I want to have all these lights out? Like, nobody really wants to see my ugly mug anyway. You know? Matter of fact, I'm going to stand up for a bit. So let me, yeah. Move this out the way. I've been sitting all day. Been working all day, sitting all day. There you go. All right. You see? I get this up here. Stand up for a little bit, and then I'll and then I'll put the camera a little higher right here. So you got the lights here. You got the map. Yeah, I just want to try different things. Now it looks like it's crooked. Come on, bro. That looks like I'm like, oh man, this tripod's a pain. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, so I'm adding more stuff little by little. I added some stuff today, and I'm gonna keep it one color. Let's see, just the color. I'll make it blue. Oh, backwards. I had it backwards, so I'll leave it blue, see what happens. Just leave it blue. Yep.
Today is New Jersey Day. Why?
So this is the radio I was listening to, the SDRPlay 109. In time, I'll bring up my tabletops and find somewhere to put them, and then I'll bring the antenna cables and all that, and that's gonna take a few. I'm gonna drag it. I'm gonna take a few weeks because I need to do other stuff outside. Right now, it looks like the sun is coming out. It was raining last night and this morning, so and it's supposed to rain on and off this whole weekend actually. So I need to start doing some work out there before it gets really hot in end of July and August, and then I don't want to be on the roof in August. So I figure next week or so, I'm gonna go on the roof, and then I'll make a video up there too, because I'm gonna take down that loop, and I'll make a video on when I'm on the roof. I know people like that. I don't know why, but I know why people like that. But I guess people like to see other people's antenna setup and all that. I get that because I do like watching other channels when they show their antenna setup. So I can understand why, because I'm the same way. When people post their video, like Theo, like I remember when you constructed the tower, that tower that you had. That's a nice tower. I wish I could put that here, but first of all, I know that tower is expensive. I've seen a few of them, but I want to, it's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do that in this house. So. But yeah, that was a cool setup when you did that the antenna tower next to your house, and you poured the concrete. It's a nice. I like that. So, and I looked into that. I looked into those towers. Just a tower right above my house. Put on the side of the house that way. I don't. But I have the rooftop. I can go up to the roof. So, because I think I don't know if your roof is flat or your roof is like. If your roof is like this, I get it. You don't want to be on the roof. But my roof is flat, so that's why I can just go on the roof and put an antenna up there, and that's it. If I have to, which most of the antennas are like the disc cone. I'm gonna move it over here, and then maybe I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. And what other antenna I want to put up there? I want to put an ADSB antenna, a dedicated ADSB. Let me lower this a little bit. Right there. Yeah, I want to get a dedicated ADSB. I have a little small one, those little magnetic ones that I have. I want to put them at. See, I have something like this, which you can use for ADSB. But I want to get something that's weatherproof. I seen one, I wish I could reach out to them. They could send me one. That would be nice. Noelec makes one. Yeah, but I want to have a dedicated ADSB antenna. I want to hook it up, make a small mount for it on the side of the house, and just put that one, a dedicated ADSB to monitor planes. See, this one I take with me when I travel. This one it's magnetic. I could put this on the windowsill. And when I went to Indiana, that's what I had. Actually, when I went to Indiana, I didn't use this one. I used a CB antenna. It was a mag mount, the one you put on your, it's a mag mount, has a coil in it. And that's the one I wound up using for ADSB. And it did a good job. It did a decent, it was okay. But it's not tuned for that frequency. This one is. See, this is tuned for that. It's very small. I know it's small. And you got the SMA right there. So, and it's about, what is it? Probably 20 feet or something. About around, no, I'm going to say 15 feet of wire. But I want to get a dedicated one for ADSB. Yeah, of course I got the lava lamp too now. Put the lava lamp there. I'm slowly trying to bring this place back to life over here. Although I do miss down there, I miss the coziness of the basement. But I think over here is going to be better because acoustically it is better. And, I have more room here. It's a lot bigger. If I put a storage shelf up there and I could put a few of them, I could put some stuff in. Because I have a closet. I got to clean it out and I'm going to put some stuff in there too. I want to bring my stereo equipment up here. But I don't know because I want to play records. But my brother's next door. And I don't know because I want to make videos on that too. I don't know if I want to dedicate a channel for that. Because it's not going to get monetized. When you play music, of course, it's going to get copyrighted. And now YouTube has that thing that if the artist is on... if it's a licensed artist that YouTube has, that you can share some of the revenue now, but you have to, I don't. That's why it's like I would love to do music, a channel with just music, but the problem is there's too much issues with it, too much copyright nonsense and all that. And there's other channels out there that they have, they play vinyl records and all that, and they play all these hits and all that, all these songs, but I'm sure they're not monetized to the point where, they're getting a lot of that revenue money, your ad money. Because when they do a copyright, not a copyright strike, but when you get that copyright notice, like I gotten in the past, those ads, you don't get paid for those ads. Those ads go to the artist. They go to the artist. And, even if it's like a 10-second clip of the whole, sometimes the whole video is demonetized. So any ads are in that video, they go to the artist, which is absurd because, if I make a 3-hour live stream, and I play a 10-second clip and that gets flagged, copyright notice, that means that the remaining, the whole 3 hours, any ad that plays on that is not for me. I don't get a share of that. That goes to the artist, which is ridiculous. And what I do is I just mute that clip. I fight it. I say, no, you know what? You're not going to demonetize me for a 10-second clip. So I just, in a YouTube studio, you could, there's a spot where you can do that. And what I do is I tell them to mute it. And that's it. Or they play it. There's another option now that they kind of diminish the audio a little bit or distort it to a point where it's no longer, you can still hear some of the music, but it sounds kind of low or whatever. I just mute it because I don't want no dispute on it. So, that explains, so people watch my video and they'll see I'm tuning the band and all of a sudden it gets muted. That's because I did it on purpose. I mute that clip because I don't want to get no ridiculous. And sometimes when they demonetize your video or you get, copyright notice, sometimes your video is banned in certain areas of the world or region or whatever. Like one live stream I did, I was banned in Russia. Like, it says, every country you're okay except Russia. For some reason, I was banned in Russia. Nobody could watch that particular live stream in Russia. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was, I think it was some kind of music clip or something I was playing. But, I didn't say anything bad about Russia or anything. It wasn't nothing like that. It was a music clip, and I guess for some reason, some ridiculous copyright. Some of it is off the wall copyright stuff. And this one, I was banned in Russia. So what I did, I just muted the whole clip. Because I'm not gonna, so nobody in Russia could watch that video. Or for, I think it was a 20-second clip. It was a YouTube video. There was some. I remember I was a Russian artist. He was singing a song. It was a. And I don't know what happened. I just got a notice for it, and it says, "Yo, your video is banned in Russia." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So this is that's why I wanted to do a music or play music here, but because of the stuff they offer in YouTube for music, it's kind of I don't like it. It's not really I want to play what I want to play something popular that I grew up on, something that I love. I would like to play that as an intro, but you can't. I can't because I'll get every video will be flagged. So you got to pick this library that they have, and he's an unknown artist or whatever, independent artist or whatever, royalty-free music they call it or whatever. A lot of it is I don't like it. I tried. I went through the library, looked at they're okay, but not something I really want to play because it is annoying when I go to a channel and I watch a video and they play this intro music and sometimes it's a little too much, although while the video's going on you hear the background music over and over. I think sometimes it's just. But if I can play something that I think is very popular, at least for intro, that can that people really like, I think I can tolerate that for a few seconds rather than some generic, elevator type music. I don't know. I don't know. It's just just me talking right now. Yeah. Yeah. So those are my plans right now. I'm gonna next few weeks I'll bring up the. I just gotta find a place for the transceiver because remember when I had it downstairs in the basement, I had two wooden shelves there, and they were into the wall. They were anchored, with shelving. I can't do that here because these walls are the original plaster. They're not sheetrock. These are not drywall with studs. These are not that. These are the original plaster. Or the original plaster of this when they built this house in 1924. This house was built. So that's the original plaster walls, and the plaster ceiling. Everything here is plaster. So I can't put it just doesn't work. I have not tried the stud detector on these walls because there are studs here. But again, we're talking about a house that's almost 100 years old. So rather than that, I'd rather build. I might use because I have an idea. I may use parts for that one and build a like a bookshelf unit because I want to stick wood. Then I could probably put that one here, and then I could use that for. I'll move this one out of here. I'll show you. Because right now I have this one. I'll move this one out of here. It's just for me. It's gonna be more temporary. I'll move even though it's metal. I'll move this one either further down. Or I'll move it over here, back over here, or something. I'll find a spot for it. And I want to put my wooden type. It's like a bookshelf, but it's gonna be more thicker wood. And then I can put my transceiver there, especially when I get my Icon 7300. Plus, the power supplies, they're heavy. Right now I have two of them. I have one for my CB radio, and I have one for the Zygo. So that's two power supplies. Those things weigh. I can actually put a little shelf here, and it'll. First of all, I wouldn't trust that much weight on a shelf on these type of walls. I wouldn't trust it. Even though I have shelving on this side, but that's not that heavy. The stuff there is not heavy. But if I start putting transceiver and the power supply and all that, I don't want that thing to fail and everything will come down. I just can't. These walls are very. This is plaster. So let me see. I gotta find a way to see to put that there. And that's the thing that I have right now. You know, the dilemma that I have is the transceivers. Well, I'll keep this and just take some of these radios and put it there. And the switches, you know how I have. Remember, I have the antenna switches. So those are mounted on the thing right now. So I gotta take those out. I'm probably gonna mount those on the bottom, on the screw them on the bottom on the what you call it, the that molding. You see that? See that outlet? That's old. That's an old outlet. And that's the old style outlet right there. I never took it out. I left it there. So that molding, I'm probably gonna anchor the antenna switches on that. So right now I have 3 antenna switches. I have one for my disco. I have another antenna switch for my NFET, and I have another one. I remember I bought a third one, and I haven't used that one yet. So I'm gonna probably anchor those down there. And I, give me your input also. Let me know what you think I should do for the transceivers and all that, because I really want to set them up here. Originally, I was gonna set it up here, but I don't want to be turning around. I like to go to the side and use that, because these are just for show. And then when I'm really going to use one, I take it out of here and I have a listening spot for it. So that's what I I intend to do. Like what I have in the basement, same thing. I want to have a listening area. So basically, this area here, I want it to be my listening area, and also that corner over there. I want to have a listening area over there for this room. Of course, I do a lot of listening in the boiler room. And once I demo the floor down there, and that's gonna take time. I'm looking at the timeline for that, because I don't really want to gut out the whole basement and rent a dumpster. I don't want to. I'm doing it little by little. And as I bring stuff out of here, the room is getting cleared. That area of the room, the floor, I rip it out. And then I have to clean it because it's all rotted wood and all that. That's probably why I got the allergy. Because you can smell the difference now. The floor that's already the concrete slab exposed is clean. Now the rotted wood, you can smell it more. As I lift it up, all that rotted wood that was underneath, and I'm not, thank God, not much mold, not mold or anything like that, but that's the thing about having a basement. But it's better late than never. And at least I didn't, thank God I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose any equipment, and that's why I figured I had to be proactive on that, because I didn't want to wait till we get because the last time the basement got water, it was a puddle. It wasn't that much. It was just a puddle. And we had like 5 inches of rain in 2 days, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for here, it's a lot. But we don't get that type of rain up here in New York. I know Bobby probably go, oh, New Orleans, we got like 3 inches of rain in 30 minutes. We don't, we had one time, we had 3 inches of rain in 1 hour. And water was already coming in the basement. I could imagine if that went on for 2 or 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, it would be, And I had no kind of system, no kind of sump pump, just a shop vac. So that's why I'm doing all that now. I'm gonna put 2 pumps on there, one on each end of the basement. I already have the ditch where they're gonna go in, but I just need to clean it up more. And actually buy the actual sump pump itself with the plumbing, reroute the plumbing outside. So and I want the sump pumps to be battery operated too. So in case we do have a power outage, they have battery backup. And they can still kick in and pump the water out, and my basement stays dry. Once I can ensure that, then I can maybe go back down there. But right now, I really don't want to. I'm getting comfortable here now. I don't really want to go back down there for that. I'm just gonna turn that room into something else. Because I want to have a recreation room for my son and for me. I want to put a pool table down there and all that. So that's what I'm looking at. So I don't know if I want to risk all this going back down to the basement, and I just don't. I don't know. Let's see how far along I can. But I think by the end of the summer, I'll be everything will be situated here, and then I think it'll be okay. I mean, I had a lot of progress. I did a lot. It took about a month because this room was full of stuff too. I had to take all that stuff out of here, put it in the other room. I had to repaint the walls, take down the old shelving. I had to repaint the walls. It's a lot of work. It was a lot of work. So anyway, for people watching, anybody want to comment on anything, want to talk about anything, just chat is here. Just stop in and say hello. Excuse me. So those of you that are new here, welcome. And of course, my name is Danny. That's my channel name, of course, Danny Shortwave. And we could talk about any topic, any radio related topic. It doesn't have to be shortwave. It could be a radio related topic or otherwise. Usually I'm on for a couple of hours. Sometimes I'm on for 3 hours. Usually the first hour we talk about radio topic or whatever. But it depends on what you guys want to talk about. Because right now only Theo's been on the chat, so I'm just right now talking and giving you a heads up on what's going on with my channel. And of course, I have other channels. I have the retro gaming channel that I want to. I just brought up the gaming system for that. This is one of my the Super Retro Trio 3, and these are all multi-carts. This is for the Sega Genesis. They call this the EverDrive, and it's like 801. It's 800 games in here or something like that. Basically, the Genesis library, the Mega Drive library is in here. These are all ROMs. This is a Super Nintendo 901, as you can see. And this is the Nintendo Classic, Nintendo Entertainment System. This one plays all three. You have a switch here for that. You want to switch between them. Okay. So that's what I mostly play with these on my retro gaming channel. Although I have other consoles, I have GameCube. I have old computers too. I have retro computers, and I have a couple of modified Xboxes with the original Xbox. Not I also have an Xbox. What is it? Xbox, not the Xbox one. The one before that, I forgot. Anyway, I have two modded Xboxes. One has coin ops, which has like 4,000 games, even including arcade games. The actual arcade coin operated games in there. And then, of course, I have computers. I have retro computers. That's also for my retro gaming channel. I added more stuff up here. The Commodore 64. I have a couple of floppy drives right here. So I'm also going to be doing a retro gaming up here. So I'm bringing that stuff up here, also, and trying to find room for that. And I figure the next few days I'll come back on the retro gaming channel, and I'll start doing live streams on that too. So anybody haven't signed up to my retro gaming channel, if you want to watch retro gaming live and all that stuff, you sign up on my go to my channel tab, and all of my channels are there listed. You can sign up with all those channels. It'll really help me a lot. And yeah. Elmer time. Hello, Danny. A quick stop in to say hi, and I'm off to pick up some of my furniture and boxes from my dad's shop. Have a great day. You too. I'm only going to be out for about an hour or two. Just talk to say hello to everybody, and then people give a heads up on what's going on. All right, it's going to be an ad in about 5, 4, 2, one ad. Okay, I didn't see no ad inserted. Okay, now it says ad inserted. Yeah, so Elmer, Jeff, yeah. So yeah, you too. You have a great day, and happy moving. I feel for you, bro. I know. I mean, it's also exciting when you move to a new place. I know it's kind of dreaded in a way. You pack up everything and then you have to move. But it's also exciting when you move to the new place. Especially if it's an upgrade. If it's something you're upgrading to. Like when I moved out of the Bronx and I came here, I was so excited. I was very excited to move here. And I don't regret it because but once I settled in, like I said last night, I was talking about my neighbors and all that. But anyway, but I'm very happy here overall. I have a nice backyard, and I wish I could show you, but this camera's not gonna reach over there. You see my past videos. I'm gonna do some videos out there, and I'm gonna do some radio listening out there. I'll right now I just put new grass seed on the lawn out there. I'm waiting for it to grow. Another week or so, I'm gonna mow the lawn, and then I'll start doing videos out there. So we're getting all this rain, so that's helping right now with because I had some dead spots over there in the yard. So I put grass seed a couple of weeks ago, and it's growing pretty fast. So, but yeah, it is exciting though when you move to a new place. That's what I feel about here. In the same house, I'm moving up here now, and it's kind of it is exciting though. It is. It's always exciting when you move. And hopefully one day, we'll maybe sooner than later, because there's no guarantee tomorrow for any of us. Eventually I would like to move out of New York. I really would. It's unfortunate, but New York is not the same anymore. There's a lot has changed in New York. It's not the same. It's not the same New York that I grew up on, and it was a proud state. You say, "Oh, I'm from New York," New York, and now it's like, overtime. My new backyard needs to be grass seed as well. Yeah. I just did mine a couple of weeks ago. I just did what they call overseeding. I just sprinkled it. First of all, I soaked down the whole the whole yard. I soaked it down with the water hose, and I have a sprinkler, so I sprinkler, and I soaked it down real good. And then I spread the grass seeds. It can go right in there. And then every day I watered it every day, soaked it down, because the problem is that the birds come and they'll start eating that. And right now it says it normally takes about 4 to 6 weeks. See, 2 weeks. It's about this tall already. About this tall. Grass blades. I can see them. They're about this tall. So I'm waiting for another, right before July 4th, I'm going to cut it. And it'll be nice. Then I'll see how it looks, and then if I have to do another application, because I want that thing to be nice and thick. I had it once like that a few years ago, but I put a kid's pool out there. I had a slide out there for my son and all that. But now that my son is bigger now, he doesn't want to play out there now. Now I'm bringing the lawn back to, I'm obsessive about that. I'm very upset. If I lived in an HOA, they don't have to tell me 2 times to cut the lawn. I would be mowing the lawn every other week. You don't have to wait for me to, because I enjoy doing that stuff. I enjoy mowing the lawn and landscaping. And I also have the, weed whacker, what they call it, weed whacker. I like to trim. What they call weed trimmer. You go around and I trim. I do all that. I like to do those things, I like to look at my yard and say, wow, that's a nice looking yard, like take pride in it. When people come over and they see the yard, they hear the birds and all that, and they're like, man, you have a nice, quiet, whatever, it's nice. And I say, yeah, it's my little sanctuary, When I'm in the middle of the city of Yonkers, it is my sanctuary. So, you take pride in it. It's like, I didn't have this in the Bronx. Well, we had a yard, but it was nothing like this. And of course, I have the trees outside of the property, especially that big tree where I have the infrared going up. So that helps, like a shading and all that. It's nice shade. Hello, Bobby. What's going on, Bobby? Yeah. Exactly. Your dog. Yeah, your dog will appreciate the nice thick grass. Yeah, especially your dogs. They love. Well, over here I have a few cats that come. I have my neighbor's cat. They like to hang out here. I have another stray cat that comes around here, and they like to hang out here. So sometimes I'll leave them a bowl of. I'll leave like a bowl of water, and I have like I have tuna. I just sometimes leave a plate of tuna and they eat it. My wife's like, "Why are you feeding them?" I'm like, "No, because they come around. They scare away the mice. Because we don't have a rat problem here. I mean, thank God we don't have a rat problem. But it's because of the cats right here. They I found a dead rat down on the other side of the yard. It was all decomposed. I was cleaning the other side of the yard, and I looked down. I see the skeletal remains of a rat. So I know those cats are thin. They go around, and I saw one like a few weeks ago. There was two cats playing with a mouse. The mouse looked like he was already like out of it, and they just playing with the mouse. They're like with their paws. They're going, psh, psh. And I'm like, see, that's why I feed the cats. I told my wife, see, because they take care of the mice. Because of those cats, there's no mice in this house. They don't come over here. When they come over here, they run into one of those guys. And also, I have we have garden snake. I found a couple of them, and they burrow into the ground, and I find a small little hole sometime. And I saw one time. I was weed whacking, and I saw one. It was just so Of course, I left them alone because they also eat mice. And it was pretty long. It was like that, man. But they eat mice too. So I leave them alone. I'm not gonna kill them. I let them sliver, and then they go on their way, and that's it. They're not deadly or anything. They're not, they're harmless to us. But they take care of that, of mice. So, but yeah, I like to landscape. I had to prune a couple of trees. I want to plant some more trees. Actually, I need to plant another apple tree on this side because I have one apple tree, but you're supposed to have a pair. And actually, because there's one that pollinates and all that. I didn't know that this time when I had that apple tree. I said, no, you need another one. You need what's the term for it? It's like a male, and I don't know. So I need to get another type of apple, another apple. Look at the same type of apple tree, but it has to be a different. So I guess because there's because there's no. I guess by now already been a few years. It's been there. It has not flower. Flowers come out of the apple tree. What happens is the bee gets the pollen or whatever from another tree, and it brings it over here. And I don't know. I'm not a botanist or anything, so please don't. I'm not a botanist, so don't bust my chops on that. And I guess what happens is it pollinates the other tree, and then that's how you start getting fruit. It starts with a flower, and then you get so. I had this tree for about 5 years, 6 years now. It's getting tall. And I'm like, why is not budding any flowers yet? And I need to get another one and plant it nearby. And it has to be about the same type. And then the bees will go back and forth, and then you'll see and apparently nobody in this whole neighborhood has an apple tree. Because what are the odds of that too? That the tree could be, Like there's some houses up there. I'm surprised nobody has an apple tree up there. And the bee could have pollinated this one. It's just crazy. I didn't know about that. I was watching videos on this on YouTube. Like I said, I never planted a fruit tree. So all this stuff I'm doing here now. So I'm like, I want that thing to bear fruit before I drop dead. You know? Yeah, all the time. Snakes over here are the least of my worries. Yeah, I know. Big furry critters everywhere. Yeah, I know. You got bears. You got. Let me see. You got deer and all that. Yeah, I don't have any of that here. The only thing we have here is a raccoons. Raccoons, of course. Skunks, raccoons, and I also saw possum. But I was like one sighting of a possum right in front of the house one day. It was late at night. I'm looking to the security camera and I see a possum right in front of my house, walking right into the. That was a possum, and that's it. We don't have anything else. It's just this area is too small for deers. It's just a small little area. It's basically like a small park. The wooded area behind my house. It's not that much. It's maybe an acre this way, and then about maybe a square acre or something, more or less. That's it. It's just a bunch of trees, but of course, like I said last time, they chopped down a whole bunch of trees on this side, but yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I'll be right back. I don't want to blow my nose here. Suddenly my nose itching. I need to bring the air filter up here. And that's what I do. I need to bring the air filter, and I'm feeling it now. I had the allergy the last few days, and then yesterday I feel better. And now I'm getting a little itching in my nose. I don't know why. Maybe it's this fan is blowing in. Maybe it's blowing in something. And that's the other thing that we've been getting the alert on that. A few days ago, we got the alert again about the air quality. And it's going to be a reoccurring thing this whole summer. This whole summer, we're going to have this issue with the Canadian wildfires and all that. Which is, I don't want to think about that. One more time, possum are good animals. They carry no diseases and only eat insects. Okay, there we go. Unless you leave food out. Yeah, that's what happened here. Not me, because I when I put out my trash, I put in a container. The trash bag is in the container, and then there's no way they can get in, But my neighbors, some of them, they just put out bags. Just a trash bag. They just put it out with no container. Because, like New York City, they do that too. Over here they do it. Some neighbors do. They just put the bag out there like that. And they just rip the bag. And so, but at night, I was looking through my, security cameras. And I'm looking at my driveway. And he's walking right there. I said, what the? I did a double take. He just walking along. He looked at the trash can. He said, okay, nothing for me here. He's just walking along. Also, they're good animals. Okay. I mean, that's the first time I saw one, but like I said, I saw it behind the camera. I didn't see him. He wasn't right there. But it would have been nice to see him up close a little bit. Raccoons, I know, are very. I ran into a couple of them. One of them almost attacked me. This is a long time ago. You could hear him. He's like, even like this to me. And I was like, okay, I need to back up. I'm invading his space. Let me back up. You stay over there. I'm gonna walk this way. He was like ready to like. Yeah, this is a long time ago. I was in the Bronx. We ran into one. We didn't know. We used to because all right, forget it. I'll just say the story real quick. So we're talking about in our teens, late teens. There was an abandoned building next to where I lived at. It was abandoned for like 10 years. It was a fire that burned down that building. It's a shell of the building, but it's abandoned. But the roof is collapsed. Part of the roof is collapsed. So we went up to the roof, except not the part where it's collapsed at, but and you can look down, you can see the whole, a couple of floors down. It caved in. So we walked, and right there, this was at night. At night, it was late at night. Me and a friend went up there. We used to go up there to scope other people out. I don't want to get into the whole thing. I know somebody's gonna say something about that. My friends, he said, "Yo, let's go up there." I said, "I go along." I said, "Why not?" Because I've been in that building 100 times. Because we used to play stickball. We always used to hit the ball in that abandoned building. We had to go get the ball sometimes. And right there, we turned around. Boom, there's a raccoon right looking at us. We walked right into him. And he's like, you could tell like he's ready to attack us. Like we had him cornered in the roof. He had nowhere to go. So I picked up, I backed up, I picked up a piece of wood, I threw it at him, and we ran out of there. We ran down those stairs like I remember just picking up a 2x4. It was something nearby. It was like a 2x4. I just threw it at him and I ran the other way and went down the stairs. Hey, my friend was right behind me. I said, "Yo, you ready?" I said, "Yo, back up, back up, back up." Hey, you can hear him. He's getting agitated. He's ready to come after us. And I just threw a 2x4 at him and I ran the other way. We ran like we just ran down the stairs. It was a brownstone, 5-story building. So we ran down 5 stories like nobody's business. We ran out of that building. And that's the first time I saw a raccoon up close, like right there. And we walked into it by accident because it's dark. And I could see his eyes, the street light. I guess not the street light, the moonlight. You can see his eyes, and all of a sudden his mouth went. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Yo, you see that? Yo, we need to back up." And I just stood up 2x4 and I left. Like that was gonna do something to him anyway. But I figured, let me distract him for a second when I ran down that way because I don't want him chasing us. And then I heard, and you could hear, like I think he fell down because he was on a beam. And the hole of the roof is right there. He's on the other side of the hole. But there's a beam there. The metal beam, iron beam that supports the roof. And we're like about to walk on it. And he's on the other side just waiting for us. Have I would have walked another 6 feet, he would have went after me. But I stopped because my friend said, yo. And I looked up and I saw it. And I saw his face. And I said, "Oh, no." I said, "We need to back up." I'm afraid of those guys. I'm afraid of those guys. And of course, in the backyard, we had a couple of them screaming. There was one that was fighting with another one. And I was out there sitting and I heard the scream. I said, I went inside. I said, it was my wife and my son was all out there. We were just, nighttime, we were just talking out there, whatever. And all of a sudden, in the other fence, you saw him walking. He was walking on top of the fence, and he just fell down there. You hear him fighting. Oh, my God. I just grabbed my son. I said, "No, go on in the house." Elmer time, raccoon would attack any living thing if they have a food source nearby that they want to protect. Fruit trees. Well, I don't know what it was, but We definitely walked in on him. We walked in on his space. It was his space. Whatever it was, he was like, you come any further, I'm going to come after you. That's why he looked at us like that. Like, you take another step, I'm coming after you. And I was like, you got it. You're the boss. You got it. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with that guy. Especially on the roof, in the dark. Oh, my God. When you have to fight him off, who knows? Oh, my God. Ooh. Oh, I don't want to think about that. One more time, I had to take on a big raccoon to protect my little Chihuahua dog from death in the backyard at night. Oh, wow. Wow. That's scary. Jim's radio check. What's up, Jim? Excuse me. What a pleasant surprise. Good morning. And good afternoon now, because 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. 1:11, 51 minutes in. 6 people watching, 7 likes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to be on for another hour. I'm not going to be short today because I know Jill's going to be on. I believe he's going to be on today. I'm going to check his stuff. I'm going to check on. Because sometimes he updates and he'll say that if he's not going to. Jim Radio Check. We're supposed to go to a Hot Wheels show at Walmart parking lot, but it was canceled because 2 people got shot. Oh my God. It's crazy, right? So the Hot Wheels show got canceled. So you collect Hot Wheels? Is that what it? I'm fixing this cable over here. So Jim, you collect Hot Wheels or something? So why are you going to a Hot Wheels show? That's interesting. Come on, Jim, tell us. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. So you started collecting them. Oh, cool. Specifically, what kind of die cast? Is it only Hot Wheels? What about Matchbox? Like some people collect, but yeah, you're like that. I knew somebody. Well, I didn't know him personally, but I knew somebody that where I was gonna work at. There was this one guy who was telling me, "Oh, there's somebody in my because he asked me what I like to do, so I mentioned that I'm I listen to radio and I like collect radios and stuff like that. So he's like, "Wow, that's interesting." And he's like, "Well," and then he mentioned, "Yeah, we got somebody here that collects Hot Wheels." So that was like the first time I heard about somebody nearby here that I collect Hot Wheels. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then of course I started YouTubing. I started looking up on YouTube about that, and I was like, "Oh, this is." And I've seen channels that they restoration, like old like Hot Wheels or Matchbox. So Jim's Radio Check. I got mostly Hot Wheels, but I do have some Matchbox. Okay. And hello, Glenn, from South Carolina, on a day that is not raining. Okay, so you've been having a lot of rain down there. Okay. Homer time. I encountered many skunk, raccoon, possum, porcupine. We don't have porcupine here. Jackrabbit, gopher, mole. What the hell is vole? I don't know what that is. Vole. Mountain beaver, rats, mice. I don't know what nutria is. I don't know what nutria is either. Sea lions, etc. Okay, but you're in the Pacific Northwest. And Sasquatch, right? Bigfoot. A Sasquatch. Yes, one encounter. I don't know. Sasquatch. Like Puerto Rico, they have the chupacabra. But you know, and I never heard of that until I came over here. When we lived in Puerto Rico, I never heard of that chupacabra. And then a few years ago, I started hearing about that about Puerto Rico. They have chupacabra. Translate that in English is they suck goat. Yeah, cabra is goat, and chupa means suck. So I guess they suck goat blood. I don't know. Goat blood sucker. I don't know. That's chupacabra. Yes, translate that as goat sucker, or you know, yeah, goat sucker. Goat sucker. Because that's what they have a lot over there in Puerto Rico in the farms. Not sheep. There's no, you know, that's Ireland or whatever, Australia, whatever. We don't have. They don't have sheep in Puerto Rico, and I don't. I never seen a sheep in Puerto Rico. What they have a lot is goats. My grandmother had goats. That's what she had because they use goat for milk, and of course for the meat. You know, goat meat. After which you know I had quite a few times. I had goat meat. It's pretty good. I ate goat, but they use goat for the milk, of course, for cheese. You know, I know my mother. I think my mother. She told me that she was raised on goat milk, and of course they have cows too. They have cows, but you know, where she was from is mountainous. There's a lot of hills. So yeah, Indian cooking. Also Indian cooking. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. My wife exactly. Indian cooking. Yeah, I eat a lot of goat meat too now because of Indian cooking. So exactly that too. In Indian cuisine, you have a lot of goat meat. Elmer time. That's what I tell you, bad drivers, when I'm on the road, goat sucker. Yeah, Jim. So Indian cooking use a lot of goat meat. Yeah, that is true. Like goat curry. My wife makes that. Goat curry. What is it? Was the other one? What is it? Goat biryani. Like chicken biryani. Goat biryani is like rice. Biryani, what it is they is you say think about it, a big pot. You put all the goat meat at the bottom, and then you stack it on you stack rice on top of it, and then you cook that whole thing. So like the rice is like the topping, and you slow cook for hours. You slow cook it, and then when you serve it, you dip the spoon in there, and you give them the rice and the goat. And it tastes so good. So biryani is that. So they have vegetable biryani, chicken biryani, goat biryani. That's called biryani. I love biryani. Not Brianna, biryani. Yeah. So I love it. I got turned on to it a couple of years ago. Good. Oh, it's good food, and there's a lot of vegetarian dishes too. Like eggplant. I love eggplant. When I was a kid, I didn't think about eggplant, but then my wife introduced me to eggplant. I first tried eggplant parmesan, which is Italian, Italian. And I said, man, eggplant is good. So of course, in Indian dish, they cook a lot with eggplant, okra, a lot of okra, spinach, stuff like that. Yeah. I have not tried, I ate goat so many times, but I had never tried goat milk. And myself personally, I never tried the milk. I had the cheese. I tried the goat, cheese made out of goat milk, but not the milk itself. I never drank goat milk. We do have powdered goat milk, but I keep it in storage for an emergency. I do have powdered storage, and it's goat milk. And we're going to have an ad in about 10 seconds. Let me walk away here 10 seconds, and you get an ad, and then I'll be right back. All right. Well, my nose itching. Huh? Yeah. So let me see. Yeah. So Elmer. Yeah. I like the goat meat. I like goat meat, but I never tried the milk. So you tried the milk? You said it's sour. Yeah. I have not tried goat milk yet. No, I never tried that. That's one thing I never tried was goat milk. But Indian cooking is very good. It is good. And when you go to family's house, it depends on where you go. Sometimes they know, like in my kids, they always ask me, "Is it too spicy?" I go, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay with spicy food." But sometimes it's over the top spicy, and that's when I gotta tell them take it down a notch. Like when you go to a restaurant, then when you eat at a restaurant, Indian restaurant, they don't make it over the top spicy. People think that it's spicy to the point where you're gonna be it's not to that point. I've been to so many Indian restaurants too, and and even her family been to. They don't make it over the top. Like they don't make it over the top spicy. I actually have. Now that you mention it, you said buffalo, but it's not buffalo. I actually ate buffalo wings that are way hotter than anything I ever ate Indian food. That's a misconception about Indian food that it's always hot and spicy. That's not true. That's not true. It is spicy, but not hot. It's everywhere I went to, I ate food. It was never to that point where I couldn't even. Oh, I couldn't talk. No, And I tell you about that story that I ate the ghost pepper as a. I was making a video and I wanted to eat the ghost pepper, and it was a biggest mistake I did. Oh my god, I was sick for the rest of the day. Yeah, exactly. But when you go to a restaurant, they don't make it like that. They don't make it. They don't make it like over the top. They don't do that because then nobody will be there to eat. There's no way. Because remember, most people that go to an Indian restaurant are the people that don't normally eat that. You know. Now, when we both eat, like when she cooks, she makes it. Especially my son. My son is, he doesn't like spicy stuff either. I like spicy stuff, but he doesn't. And I understand, but he's 8 years old. Kids don't. He doesn't like. So she has to make it like that. And then on her plate, I know she starts putting it. She brings out the bottle of like the hottest peppers, the sauce, starts drizzling it over her plate. I'm like, my God, why you do that to yourself? But that's what she likes. She puts a bottle, like ghost pepper sauce. She puts it in in her food. I'm like, man, I can't do that. I cannot do that. When it comes to hot sauce, I just use, like the Red Hot. What's that brand? The Red Hot, and that's as high. That's as much as I go with the hot sauce. That's it. I don't go like, you know, 100,000 Scovilles or 1,000,000 Scovilles. Nah, I'm not down with that. I just stick to regular hot sauce. Put a little bit. That's it. That's it. That's good enough for me. Like on my wings and whatever. I don't go overboard. But she, oh my God. Like, mm-mm. Elmer time buffalo meat is I had buffalo burger. I had a few months ago. They were selling it in Sam's Club, bison meat, bison burgers, and we bought it. My brother, he goes, I never had it, so I made one for my brother too. Very lean, very low in fat, very lean burger. And there was no kind of fat on it. Very little fat. And it was good. It was good. No, I never had the lingua. That's tongue, right? Tongue. No, I never had that. I had it in not tongue, well, not tongue, but I never. No, actually, I never had like beef tongue. I think that's what it is, beef tongue. Yeah, lengua. So I think that's beef. I never had that. Never had that. No, never had that. You ready to check? I love spicy food, but when it gets too hot, when it gets too hot, it's too much. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I like spicy, but I don't want it over the top hot. That if it comes down through here, I start choking. No, I don't want it like that. Especially now that after I have that episode, I have to be careful because I don't want that to trigger what happened to me over a year ago, a year and a half ago. So I have to be careful about that too. I don't want something to start triggering me uncontrollably coughing, and then I trigger that. So yeah, that's another reason why I had to cut down on that stuff because I don't know what. I still haven't seen an allergist. I made an appointment last time. I didn't go, so I'm going. I'm going to make an appointment for August now because it's like they're all going on vacation now. So I was supposed to go in a couple of days, but they're going to reschedule it for August. And I'm going to do allergy tests. I wanted to know what is the thing that triggered that thing. But I haven't had anything like that since that time. So knock on wood. Thank God. Rabbit. I never had rabbit. I never ate rabbit. One more time. Rabbit tastes like dry chicken meat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never had rabbit. I had venison. Venison I had. Deer. That I had deer meat. My neighbor, they hunted a deer. They were hunting that deer. He brought a deer one time, and they started gutting him in the garage and all that. Then they started making a stew. They started inviting people. So he's like, "Yeah, you want to try? You want stew?" And it was good, but I could taste the very like I think it was like gamey. We could taste the they eat a lot of grass. So you could taste a little bit of what they eat. But it was good. It was good. It was nice. It was lean. It looked like beef stew. It tastes like beef stew, but it was lean, like very lean. And it had a little grassy taste to it. It was good. Yeah, it was good. The way they cooked it pretty good. Yeah. Hear the birds chirping out there. That's a good thing about here. I can hear the birds chirping and stuff. I open these two windows, you can hear them loud and clear. You can hear them, but I got the fan going on. Oh, sorry. I got the fan going on over here. So, and this fan. Jim's ready to check. I ate a half a ghost pepper and I was laying on the ground holding my stomach for 20 minutes. No, I ate 3/4 of one. No, I think it was about a half. It was a big, yeah. I took a big bite. Wham. And I'm chewing it, and all of a sudden I feel my mouth on fire, and then I swallowed it. I went ahead and swallowed it. And you could feel the fire going down your esophagus. And when it hit my stomach, it like fire. And I was on fire. This whole thing was on fire. It literally felt like I swallowed a flaming sword. It was on fire. This whole thing was on fire. And I was just curled up and for an hour. And the whole thing about drink milk, that's just doing nothing. That's a lie about milk. No. I was just drinking water, a lot of water. And then finally, when it came out the other end, oh my God. Then that was on fire too. When it comes out of this end, it's going to come out on the other end eventually. And it's going to burn. It burned as much here as it did there. Oh my God. Oh my God. It went out the other end and it really, oh my God. Oh. Yeah, it went in this and it was flaming hot. But when it's time for the other end to, oh my God. Oh, I was on fire. It went all the way through on fire. It never stopped burning. That ghost pepper never stopped burning. It kept burning all the way through. All the way through that digestive tract. I'll never do that again. And I was trying to, I told my wife to record me eating the ghost because I started with a habanero pepper. No, I started with a jalapeno pepper. Then I went to a habanero pepper. It was a little hotter. It was a little hotter, but still, I was like, okay. And then I went to the ghost pepper, and that's when I can't even talk. I'm going, and I'm looking at my wife, and I'm going, cut the video, cut the video. I wish I could find that video. I think we deleted it. I wish he saved it on some other hard drive. I want to find it. Oh my God. What was I thinking? But I was trying to gain up. I was gonna up, this is before I started this channel. So that channel, the original account for this channel, I was just uploading random stuff, and they ain't getting no views or nothing. So I was gonna upload that one. Like to see if it goes viral or some stupid reason why I did it. Oh my God. Oh no, I'm not doing that. He ate 5 of them. Oh my God, Oh my, I could imagine. Oh my God, because I ate a half of one, and I wasn't. For like 2 hours, I was like, my stomach was burning, and finally when it came out, it lit a fire there too. Oh my God. All right, take care, Elmer. Have a good day. Have a great day. You too, Elmer. Yeah, so let me go up here. Yeah, tongue, yeah. Jim's ready to check. My spelling, the speak to spell isn't working good. Yeah, I know, I understand. I got the gist of it. One more time, the best fish I ever ate was deep fried salmon in Seattle, where the restaurant is attached to a fishing company. Fishing boats are docked behind the restaurant, fresh and all. Yeah, that's the freshest fish you can get. The restaurant and the boat is right there, so you get it fresh off the boat. Yeah, we have something like that in City Island, in the Bronx, and then of course in Brooklyn you have your you have a few of those. You have a couple of those restaurants, and of course Long Island. But I never ate like that. Would be cool. I would like to try that. What's one of those? But the thing is, my wife can't. She doesn't. She's a vegetarian, and so. But maybe one day, because I know City Island they have that. They have a few restaurants that they have the boat, like the fishing company, like you said, and they have the boat, so they go out there and they, yeah. And yeah, I love salmon too. I have to try that deep fried. Yeah, I got to try deep fried. I never had deep fried salmon. That sounds interesting. Don't forget to hit the Thank you for smashing the thumbs up. Got 9 people watching. 1:33 in the afternoon here in Yonkers, New York. I'm gonna be on for another 45 or so minutes or so. I'm not gonna be on too long because I got stuff to do today. That's why I'm gonna say let me just get a couple hours in today. And then I know let me check. I'm going to check his let me check. I just want to make sure that I don't know if he's gonna be on. I'm sure he said he was gonna be on. I don't know from the other day he said he's gonna be on, but you never know. Let me go to his group. He hasn't posted anything yet about it, so yeah, so no update on that yet. So let me just put that there. Okay. And let me minimize this because this thing is bringing a glare. All right, there we go. And hello, the YouTube channel uploader. How's it going? And so there's 7 of us out here. Don't forget to thank you. And so Jim Literature, there's a YouTube video where a guy ate 5 ghost peppers and his stomach started bleeding. Oh my God. Why would you do that to yourself? They had to take him to the hospital. Oh my God. Yeesh. Ooh. I can't do that. Just that half was enough for me. I can imagine 5 of those. You know, no, it'll destroy my stomach. Because I had an endoscopy 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. Endoscopy is when they put the fiber optic tube on your esophagus and it goes in to look at your stomach. And I knew back then because, I didn't drink quite a few beer and stuff, especially a lot of beer. And he told me, he said, you need to stop. Your stomach look like crap. He told me, you need to cut it down. You need to cut it out. Your stomach right. So I can imagine if I finished it off with 5 ghost peppers. Yeah, that wouldn't be good for me. No, I wouldn't even take that. So no. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So if that's crazy. 5 ghost peppers. I'm gonna look up the video afterwards. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm thinking about it now when I did that. There's no way I could do that now. And this is like so 8 years ago. No, 7 years ago. I started this channel in 2016. This was right before I started this channel. So it was around 2015. It might have been actually 2014. Right before my son was born. Because I'm trying to remember, it was around that time. So yeah, I think about it now. There's no way I do that now. There's no way I won't put a ghost pepper in my, because now it could trigger anaphylaxis. If I eat that now, it could probably trigger anaphylaxis for me, because I'll be coughing so much. It would, because of course, like I keep saying, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you're anti-vaxxer." No, I'm not anti-vaxxer, but I did take the first COVID and the second one. And right after I took the second one, within months, I had an anaphylactic, episode, and I couldn't breathe for like almost 3 minutes. It was my airway was shut off. It was boom. I couldn't breathe for almost 3 minutes. And lucky for me, I don't know what it was. It was the will of me screaming, the will of God, humming, whatever it was. It broke through the airway, and I started breathing again without no. I didn't have at that time. I didn't have the what is it? The what they call that? The shot, the ephedrine. I didn't have that at the time because nobody in this house. We didn't have that. My wife thought I was choking on a piece of meat or something, and I'm trying to signal her like, no, it's not. I'm not choking on a piece of food. It's just my airway shut off. So there's no way I would do the ghost pepper now because it might trigger that. My body's going to overreact. And that's what happened. I believe that with the second shot. I believe that at that time, I think my immune system was on overdrive. And the minute I licked that spoon full of cream cheese, I started uncontrollably coughing. And then my airway got shut. Boom. Like it went to high gear. What they call the anaphylactic. It is a reaction. And the thing is, I'm not allergic to anything. I was never allergic to anything that I know of. And I think it was a shot. I think COVID shot made my immune system hyper. No, it's not acid reflux. It was not that. Trust me. I went into anaphylaxis. I couldn't breathe for 3 minutes. It was my airway was totally shut. And I'm wheezing and my wife was looking at me because I can't talk. When your airway's shut, you can't talk. You can't talk, and I started blacking out. I was this close to passing out. And my wife already called 911, and I was on my knees. I was about to, and then my airway just opened up, and oh my God, I'm sucking in wind. I'm sucking in air like oxygen. Oh my God, and it's terrifying. It's a terrifying feeling. You're suffocating. You're suffocating. So there's no way I would eat that ghost pepper now because I think it will trigger that. That's why I got to be careful now when I eat certain things. There's certain things I got to eat now because if it makes you cough too much, it can trigger the. Because I had a close. Shortly after that, I had a close. There was one time I ate some real hot chicken wings, really spicy hot chicken wings, and I was coughing to a point where it started. I could feel the thing starting to the airway starting to, and I took Benadryl. Boom. My wife said, "Here, take the Benadryl," and I took it, and right away the attack stopped because of the Benadryl, the liquid one for the children one. I just took a swig of that, and that's it. I stopped it. So there's no way I would take that ghost pepper now. No way. And I'll be flirting with because right now until I test myself for allergies, I don't know what the hell triggered that thing a year and a half ago. So every time I travel or I'm outside, we go shopping, I always take my EpiPen. My wife keeps one in her bag, and I keep one on myself. Actually, I have to get a new one because that one is about to expire. They only last for 1 year, and then you have to get a new one. What you do is when you get that attack, you jab it on your thigh, on your outer thigh, and it's supposed to help with that. It's scary, yo. So 1 hour and 22 minutes in, and I got 6 people watching. So yeah, I was doing the replay. Yes, I was playing it. I was watching it, and I was going to the part where I was talking to the YouTube channel uploader. Here's another piece of advice. The YouTube channel uploader. If you should name your channel after your content. That's another. I didn't give you that advice yesterday. I'm going to give it to you today. If your channel is radio related, then you should have a radio related name to that channel. The fact that you have the YouTube channel uploader, what does that mean? Yeah, we know you upload to your YouTube channel, so I don't understand the name of that, the YouTube channel uploader. Because that's what I didn't tell you that yesterday, and I started thinking about it. I can't believe I even said that. But when I was playing the replay, I should have told you that you need to get a channel name. That's very important too. Have a good channel name. If you want people to take you seriously on your channel, have a good channel name. Or have a unique channel name that's related to your topic. So in your case, if it's going to be a radio-related channel, then have something like, I don't know, like Jim. See, Jim's Radio Check. My channel, Danny Shortwave and Radio DX. I mean, it's kind of long. I had to do it again. I would have done it shorter. But the problem with my name is there was already a Danny Shortwave. Because I was just going to take Danny Shortwave. But then I guess he's a musician. He's a famous musician. And he did his name is Danny Howells or something Howells. And he did a song called Shortwave. I never heard of this song. It's like it's like a track or something. It's called Shortwave. So when you type Danny Shortwave, his thing comes up on the search too with my stuff. And it's been like that for years. So that's why when you want to find my channel, of course, now I got to the point where I have a lot more videos now. So if you put Danny Shortwave, my videos are going to come out a lot more than his videos. But, that's the channel name that I went with. And, I don't regret it, but, it is so. So, yeah. So, excuse me. The YouTube channel uploader, you should rename your channel to whatever is your topic. Because, if it's a radio channel, whatever, blank radio You know, like Keegan DXer. See, he's a DXer. You see, because he likes a DX. That's a nice name, Keegan DXer. His channel. He's he's a Jim's Radio Check. If your channel is radio related, try to incorporate the word radio in there or something like that. If you want it to be a radio channel. If it's a gaming channel, then like in my case, I got Danny Retro Gaming because it's Danny, that's me. Retro because it is old games, right? It is old games. And it's also gaming. Like right now you have the YouTube channel uploader. I think you should change your name. I'm not going to tell you what to change it to, but I didn't tell you that yesterday. You need to change your channel name because, you need to use your imagination. Use your imagination, but if that's going to be your radio related channel, then have a radio related channel name. Like Tom. Tom is Tom's. What is it? No, well, his Hamrad, that's his handle. But his channel is Tom's Radio Show, right? Radio Room Show. A lot of examples. And Elmer times. See, Elmer is a term for a mentor. In ham radio, in amateur radio, Elmer means a mentor. So Elmer, he's a mentor. He's like his channel covers that. He talks about topics that us, including me, I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie when it comes to amateur radio. I'm a newbie. I just got my technician license. I'm a newbie right now. I'm a noob. So he's an Elmer. So that fits his channel perfect. Elmer time. I like it. It's unique. And hello, James Farley. Yeah, you finally called me today. Yeah, I was on yesterday, and then I was on Monday. Yeah, Monday I was up three times this week now. I'm going to be on regularly. I'm not going to set a schedule yet because I'm still moving around. I'm doing projects outside. But yeah, you just gotta hit that bell icon and as I tell people, hit the bell icon. Hit the bell icon. Don't just sub to my channel. Hit that bell icon because I could be on anytime. I'm on now because I figured I'd be on for a couple of hours, and then about right before he comes on, if he's gonna be on today, I'll just go join his chat. I just want to be on for a couple of hours just to talk to people. So yeah, I'm glad to see you, James Farley. So yeah, YouTube channel uploader, you need to change it because I'm gonna be honest with you, YouTube channel, it sounds like generic. The YouTube channel. What does that mean? That means you upload to your YouTube channel. But if you're a YouTuber, that's what you do anyway. So try to think of a descriptive name for your channel. Very important because otherwise people are gonna be like, okay, they're gonna look at your when they search for a topic. If they search for something and they're gonna see they're gonna say, okay, because I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's going to take you seriously. If you want people to take you seriously, then you need to change the channel name to something relevant. And that's my advice to you. Like I have Danny Vintage Computers. That's what it's called because that one is only deal with vintage computers. Danny Finance. So that channel is my name, Danny. But I'll talk about finance, about crypto, about stocks, it's right there. It says it right there, Danny Finance. That's it. When you see my channel name, you know what it's about. I'm not, you're not like, I know what it's about. It's about finance. So when you go to this channel, it's about radio, about shortwave or other radio, whatever. Okay, so that's my advice to you when it comes to that. Change your channel name to something relevant. And, if like me, if I had to do it again, I would have probably shortened my channel name a little bit. But it works for me because like I said, there was already another Danny Shortwave. Actually, there was a couple of them. when I did a Google search, and and my name is very popular, so unfortunately, okay. So I'm gonna get an ad in 3 seconds. Ad. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's my advice to you. Like I said, I'll try to help you. I'm not I'm not gonna give you a suggestion on one name. That's what's up to you, whatever. But that's my advice to you. If you want people to take your channel seriously, you need to rename your channel because it makes no sense if you're up. I've seen some other channels where they just they and I don't mind giving advice to people about that. People say, "Oh, why people don't take my channel seriously?" Whether because first of all, your channel description has done your channel name has nothing to do with what your topic is, or your channel is too broad. If your channel is too broad, that's another thing. When you have a channel, what you want out of the channel. I always wanted to do a radio channel. I'm doing this channel for fun, but I love radio. This is one of my biggest hobbies is radio. If I didn't have the love for this hobby, I wouldn't be doing this channel. If you don't really enjoy your hobby, then don't do a disservice by doing a channel. Do something that you really like. We were just talking about Hot Wheels. Jim, right? Jim Radio Check. He's collecting Hot Wheels. But he might do a Hot Wheel channel collection one day. And I'll probably subscribe to that because I would support him on that. Because not me, but my brother collects a lot of models and all that. And my son has a whole bunch of Hot Wheels because a lot of them were bought for him. So I have a little collection already. If I gather them all up, I have a whole bunch, and I'm actually going to start gathering them up soon, and because I'm trying to put them like in an area. So I have a bunch of those. I know people that collects Legos. There's a popular YouTuber that he has a crypto channel, but he also collects Legos. He builds a lot of Lego. Like he has a whole area, a room full of Lego stuff. He collects just Lego, anything related to Lego blocks. There's nothing wrong with that. But he loves it, and he doesn't have a channel for that. But I could see, like for example, if you're into Hot Wheels and you're researching, you want to share that. I have thousands of baseball cards. I could make a channel on baseball cards alone, but I'm not into the baseball. I have them over the years. I'm just not into that. I'm not into that. I just keep them there because I want to pass them on to my son if he wants them. Things like that. So your channel name should reflect on what your channel is all about. Very important. Because I've seen that happen too many times with people. They ask me, why are people not taking my channel seriously? Because your name doesn't reflect your channel. It doesn't. And if you're going to stick to that topic, Don't start posting videos on that's not related to it. We're going to say, okay, this is not a radio channel. Why are you posting random videos about something else? People are going to, in my channel, it's radio related. Of course, I did post one video recently about this desk because this was a sponsor. And, this is part of my studio now, is this desk. So I wanted to make a video on this. But I'm not going to be posting videos on other products that are radio related. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll make a channel for that in the future. I have people approach me about that to review certain things, but they're not radio related. So I'm not going to do it here. And they insisted. They were like, no, we want you to do it on your. I said, no, I'm not doing that here because my audience doesn't care about that. My audience here does not care about a phone charger for a particular phone because my phone doesn't even have the wireless charging. My phone is old. My phone doesn't even have a wireless charging. Wireless charging is that you just, you have the wireless thing and you just put it there and that's it. You don't need to plug it in to charge it. So they wanted to send me one of those. And I told them, first of all, I don't even have a wireless phone. Wireless charging phone, excuse me. So, all right, now the name is really long now. Okay. You got to really think about it. Now you renamed it to Instrumentals Radio. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's like a sentence. Okay. Listen, rename that one and give it something short. And don't do it now. Don't do it now, please. I don't want people to say that it was my fault that, please don't do it now. After the show, rename your channel, whatever. Don't do it now, please. Don't. Please don't. Okay? Because you're going to make me I'm going to start laughing hard, and then can't do that. I can't do that right now. You made it, you did the opposite of what I told you. Try to make it shorter. You made it this long. Oh, my God. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, just after the show, look, and that's nothing. Do your research before you pick a name. I had to do that for my channel. I went to YouTube. I put Danny Shortwave. There was about a few of them. And some at that time, by that time, I had no subscribers. There was one that had like a few hundred. There was one that had like it was but it was a music. Don't name it because I just told you. Don't do that. Do your research. One more time. Do your research. Pick a shorter name. Oh, people, I'm trying to help this guy. I'm trying to help him. I'm not a bad person, people. I'm not a bad person. I'm trying to help people. But sometimes, the patient level starts dwindling. There's a patient meter, and it's getting to that point. Like, okay, it's almost at the critical stage. Don't do it now. Rename it after the show, whatever. Do your research. When all my channels I renamed, I did research on it before I picked the name. Don't just pick a name out of a hat or out of somewhere else. Oh, my God. Okay. Woo. All right. I'm not going to read out your name now. It's too long. Instrumentals. What the has to do with? Oh, my God. Okay. Sip. All right. Right now you're entertaining. Right now you're really entertaining me right now with this. Pick a short name, and he picks a name this big. A sentence. Look, my head's out of the screen. That's how your title is now. Oh, God. All right. Glenn Dansler, I have a strange hobby, but when I feel I like to pan for gold only in fast stream, there are no water moccasins again. No, that's not a strange hobby. Gold. In Puerto Rico, I know when I was a young boy, and I went to there's a part in Puerto Rico where my mother was born. They have a creek, a stream, beautiful, nice, beautiful water. They do that there. They try to get gold. They put the pan for gold. Because I heard there is gold in that part of Puerto Rico. It washes through the streams. And I didn't know that in Puerto Rico, gold. But it makes sense, and the indigenous people probably did that too. But yeah, I remember that in Puerto Rico, there's where my mother was, that's in the middle of the island, up in the mountains. And I remember my family doing that. They used to pan for gold. So no, it's not. It's not a strange hobby. No, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. I wish, I never thought, and I wouldn't do it here in Yonkers because where I'm gonna find a stream where it's gonna be. But I remember Puerto Rico, there was a stream that they did that, and I heard stories that people found like nuggets and things like that. I'm like, wow, really? Here in Puerto Rico, wow. So no, that's not strange. That's cool. I actually want to do metal detector. I want to buy a metal detector and go to the beach and whatever and do that. I keep saying I want to do it, and I have to look into one and buy one. And so when we go like to the beach, I could take it with me, and or we go somewhere, like if we're gonna go to Myrtle Beach. Um, well, last summer we were gonna go to Myrtle Beach. So if we would have went to Myrtle Beach, for example, for a few days, early in the morning, like before, right before the sun come up, go out there because I used to be out there right before sunrise, and I will see them out there early in the morning before all the people start coming in, and I see them metal detecting, and they have the what you call it, a sifter to sift the sand. So they will find it, and they will dig it, and just sift the sand, and they'll find stuff, find all kind of jewelry or coins or whatever. And that's pretty cool. I find that to be cool. It's not weird. I think that's cool. And us radio geeks, we have hobbies that cross like that. Like of course I got I like telescope astronomy. I have a couple of them. That's my bigger one right there. But it's not the best one. It's okay. I can see like Jupiter and Saturn with that. Not the best, but I can see at least those planets. And a little bit of deep space. And but yeah, no, there's nothing strange about that. It's cool. So yeah, it reminded me about that. I remember Penny for Gold. My relatives in Puerto Rico, they did that. Because that part of Puerto Rico is very remote. They in some places where they had well, I don't know now because of Maria devastated the island, but this is when I was a kid. Some of my relatives' houses were made out of wood, all wood, with the metal roof. Wooden houses with the metal roof. So when it rained, it would hit that hitting the corrugated metal roof on top. Wooden houses, all wood in Puerto Rico. Of course, most of them, like where I lived, that was cinder block, made out of cinder block, but some of the houses were wood. I remember my grandmother, my grandfather was alive. His house was like that, wood. It was painted. It was a green house. It was all painted green. It was wood and old house. But yeah, they would do that. They would pan for gold and stuff like that. They grow coffee. Up there is what is it about? The highest point in Puerto Rico, I think, is 4,000 feet. So it's almost a mile high. It's 4,000 feet elevation. So that's a little, 4/5 of a mile. Almost up there. And they grow coffee. A lot of coffee is grown up there. And in the morning, you see it's all white, like the fog. Or the low flying clouds are like really low. But it's nice. It's nice area, nice country. If you want to get away from someone, I go there. I will go there. I don't want to be around. But now, of course, they got cell phone towers there, whatever. Of course, a lot. We're talking about 40 years ago when my mom took me there. I was like my son's age, a little old. I was like about 9 or 10. It was pretty cool. So yeah, gold. I remember that penny for gold. That's what they. And of course, we used to swim on that creek. It was a stream, and they had an area where the water was. Some area was kind of rapid, but some area the water was okay. It was calm, and we would just go in the water, nice and cold, fresh water. You know. Yeah, I didn't think about that now. So thank you for the likes. I got 12 likes, 8 people watching. Thank you. And let me go check. I'm gonna check out something real quick over here. So anybody wanna chime in on something? Now is the time because we're getting to that time now where I'm gonna be logging out soon. So let me check on. Let's see. Oh, it's just radio here. Listening to the Cubs and the Deadbirds. What do they call the who's playing in London right now? Is the Cubs and who? We call it probably the Blue Jays, right? Who's the Deadbirds? I don't know why he's the Deadbirds. I guess he doesn't like the other team. Or the Cardinals. There's a London game going on, Major League Baseball. Yeah, so I haven't seen that he posted anything yet. He's gonna be on live, but it's not. Usually he's like 15 minutes before he's on, he posts. So I'm just waiting. Yeah. All right. So right now, not yet. Okay, I need to get a new mouse. This mouse is not the best anymore. Oh my God, it's not responding as much. I need to get a new wireless and keyboard. The keyboard also is going. I had it for quite a few years, like 7 years now. This keyboard is an old Logitech. It's old. It's old. I need something with lights and everything. This is old. It's not as responsive anymore as it used to be. I'll be right back. Let me go get some water over here. There we go. Yeah, so think of a channel name for yourself but don't do it now. Like I said, do your research. Because right now you renamed it to something I can't even pronounce it. Instrumentals, radio, SCADs. What is SCADs? Radio, ID, and other TH, comma. I don't know what I don't know. I just, like whatever, what you should do? Whatever your name is, don't tell me your name now, please. Whatever your name is, radio channel. That's it. There you go. I just gave you a suggestion. So if for example, my name is Danny, right? Danny's radio channel. That's it. Simple, right? Not what you have now. It's like, like originally, I should have just named my channel that way. I should have named my channel Danny's Radio Channel. But, I wanted to cover more shortwave, which I do. I cover more shortwave and medium wave. I don't do a lot of VHF stuff here. I do some because I have scanners. And also weather band. And of course, I listen to other stuff, 6 meters and all that. So, but my topic is mostly short because I wanted to get the shortwave. Most of my audience is shortwave, but I also have that's why I named my name. But if I had to do it again, I would have probably made it a little shorter. But it is what it is because, like I said, when I did my research, I had there's another Danny shortwave. And if you put Danny Shortwave, his come up on the search. And right now I'm just gonna play it because I don't know what this song is. I think it's called Shortwave. And the guy's name is Danny Howells, I think, or something like that. So that's why when you put Danny Shortwave, my links will come up a lot, but then his links will be in between sometime. And he has a Spotify page and everything. So that's why, but I didn't have a choice. Like I said, my name is very common. I have a very common name. Even when I did my son's channel, Sanjay Gaming. When I put Sanjay Gaming, there was a whole bunch of Sanjay Gaming channels. So, but I saw that they only had a couple of subscribers. One of them had a few more. And they look like they've been abandoned. They haven't been uploaded in a couple of years and so on. But a lot of people start a channel and they don't finish it. Like I said yesterday, usually 9 out of 10 people, when they start a YouTube channel, by the end of the year, they're done. They're done. They're not active. Either they just, the expectation was too high, and they weren't the next Mr. Beast or whatever. And that's why I'm trying to help this kid, because I could easily say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. I give him the boot, but I don't want to do that. I like to help people, because I want to see one day, like maybe next year, he has a radio channel or whatever channel he decides to do, and he's active and all that. Because I see too many. When I started my channel, I started with 1 subscriber, right, myself, and 1 video. There was channels that were way ahead of me already. They had a few hundred, whatever. And anyway, I'm gonna just go on. And what I was getting to, and it looks like they were doing well. They were well on the way, and for whatever reason, they stopped posting videos, and the channel just died. I remember there's one kid. He was a young kid. He was probably like in his teens. He had an interesting channel. I don't want to name his channel now because I don't know if he's still active and whatever. Last time I checked, he haven't posted a video in a couple of years or so. A few years, actually. He's like 3 or 4 years now. So I don't think he's active anymore. But I don't want to name his channel. And at that time he had about 100, and I had none. And then slowly but surely, I passed him. And he was getting a couple of subscribers, but he was not at the rate I was going, because I was putting out videos. I was putting out videos every other day. For the first year of my channel, I was putting out videos every other day, pretty much, or every 2 days. So at least 3 times a week I was putting out videos. And that's the thing you have to do too. I know people say, you should do videos as often as you can. Yeah, it does help. I'm gonna say that does help. If you post often enough, your numbers will start going up. Now when you get to a certain level, like what happened to me, after the first year, by my second year, I started getting a little burnout, and I decided to start taking breaks. That's what I started doing. I started taking breaks here and there, because I didn't, it took me a while to get 1,000. It didn't happen on the first year. I think I got to 1,000 by my third, about 2.5 years in is when I got my 1,000 subscriber. I was 2.5 years in, or something like that, 1,000 subscribers. And maybe actually probably close to my third year, I got 1,000, because there was a point where I did go over 1,000, and then YouTube one day they just purged like 200. All of a sudden I lost almost 200 subscribers. I went back under 1,000. So I had to wait a couple of more months, and then I went back to 1,000 again. And then YouTube had changed the YouTube partner program. So even though I had 1,000 subscribers, I didn't have the 4,000 hours. I had 1,000 subscribers, but 4,000 hours I didn't have, so I didn't get monetized. That took a little longer. I took another year. So by that time, I was at about 1,500 subscribers or something. That's when I finally got monetized. Because I went over the 4,000 hours in 1 year, watch hours threshold. So I'm telling you, it's not easy. But you have to stick to it. You look at our official SWL channel. He has over 40,000, but he has thousands of videos uploaded, thousands. He has thousands of videos. Not me. I only have 600. Compared to him, I have 600 videos. You know, so he uploads every other day. Sometimes he uploads 5 videos in one day, and and of course he has his live stream and all that. It's not easy. It's not easy. You gotta commit to it. If you're not gonna commit to it, then then don't. And like I tell people, you have fun with it. I have fun with this channel. I still enjoy this channel. If I didn't enjoy this channel, I wouldn't be here talking to I just wouldn't be here talking. I wouldn't. I could be doing something else. And that's what I'm trying to help this kid, because I want him. I don't want, because it's easy to say, what, just get out of here and leave me alone and whatever. But I don't want to do that, because I see that he's a persistent person. He's been here a few times, even after. I would have just said, whatever. I would have went and moved on. But I'm trying to help him. And because I like me, I remember nobody helped me in a way, but somebody did help me. It was a shout out. Jules gave me a shout out when I had under 100 subscribers. I think I was at 70 or something, and he posted a video of my channel, and he said, check out this channel, and I went over 100 right there. And that boosted me. And, and he did it because he saw me in the chat room. I was participating all the time, and and then at that time, he gave me a wrench. He made me a mod also, which was pretty cool, because, it's pretty cool. So, that helped my channel move along. But you can't stop. You have to keep posting. You see, if I don't post for a while, my number starts going down. My viewership goes down. I've been posting videos the last few weeks. All of a sudden, it's going up again. The views, you know what I mean? Because you got to be consistent. That's my point too. And it's hard. It's hard to be consistent, and I'm guilty of that. I take breaks, but that's my choosing. Can I have more subscribers by now? If I would have really, I could have, but I choose to take breaks. I'm not making money like that. I make a little money here and there with this channel, but not much. A little bit, just enough to buy little things. But it's not like I could quit my day job. No, it's not that. Nowhere near that. Not even close. No. And like I advise him, create another channel and try different other things. I still believe it that crypto channel, if I would have been active on that channel more, it would have surpassed this channel by now. Because I get a lot more, the potential of more viewers on that channel, and my tech channel too, by the way. My tech channel, I think if I would have been very active on that channel, it would blow away this channel in terms of viewers and numbers. I think it would, because I already saw it in the beginning. I posted one video. It was like my second video on that channel. It went over 10,000 views in about 3 months. It went over 10,000 views. 3 months, just like that. And that channel only have 4 videos right now. 4 videos. And that one video went over 10,000 in 3 months. Like boom. The other video is approaching 3,000. It was just my review on my internet service. And I got to make another video on that soon. I'm going to make a 6-month review on that. So that's why my advice to you is try other channels. Do another channel for this. Do another channel for that. And you never know. It might be the one you least expected. That might actually be the one you might enjoy, but it might also be more popular. Understand? Don't do a channel because I did this channel because I love radio. I came back into the hobby. I enjoy this hobby. I'm not doing it to compete with anybody. No, that's not what this channel's about. Okay, so that's my advice to you: is enjoy what you're doing, have fun, but also if you're serious about it, you got to put in the work. You have to. There's no shortcut. All right, I'm gonna get an ad in about 17 seconds, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk over here for a minute, get in front of the fan for a second while the ad pops up. All right. So let me do a refresh over here because okay, nothing yet on that. So 11 people watching and 12 likes. So anyway, you can feel free to join the chat. Because I'm gonna be on for a little bit before right now it's 2:20 in the afternoon here in the East Coast. So I'm gonna try to be on for another 20 minutes or so, and then I'll sign off for the day. And yeah. So anybody wants to chime in on anything, you're more than welcome to do that. Ask me anything. You know. I mean, I said that 4 people left. You know, that's one thing I tell people too. Don't when you're doing a live stream, don't look at the numbers because numbers go crazy sometimes. Sometimes I have you know, it'll spike up all suddenly. People like some people, I guess they come on, they look and they say, okay, go next, no, whatever. Some people stay on, or the minute I ask people to come onto the chat, they just like run away. I don't know why. No, we have a good friendly chat here. We have a lot of moderators here. You know, we have quite a few. I haven't seen Keegan since Monday, so I'm hoping he's okay because I know he said somebody was messing with him on the somebody was trolling his account, and you know how I feel about trolls. I squish them like bugs. I welcome trolls here because I'll just you know they won't get a chance. So I know he sounded like he was upset about it. So, but I told him don't let people get to you, man. You get your channel, you're doing well. You're always gonna have those people too. You're always gonna have people like that. They're gonna negative Nelly or whatever. I don't allow that in my comment. You know, everybody's welcome to comment on my videos, but if you're gonna post something derogatory, very stupid, you're just gonna get banned. I'm not gonna debate it. I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm not gonna try to explain my side about it. No. If you didn't like the video for whatever reason, you can thumb it down. That's fine. Well, and post a constructive criticism. That's fine. But when you start, you know, like in his case, I don't know what happened. To the point where the guy actually renamed his channel after him, like mocking him. To me, you have issues. That person has issues, and that's unfortunate. You know, I have my share of stalkers. Trust me, I have I have quite a few stalkers. Not on YouTube. I'm talking about, you know, in the gaming world, online gaming. I had stalkers. I have people send me messages like death threats and all that nonsense. I just, you know, they don't run me out of anything. Nobody does run out. Like I said last time, as long as I don't show up in front of that door, in front of my house, there's not going to be any consequence. You know, a lot of people talk, you know, behind the keyboard and whatever. I had somebody here in this channel when they were here send me a threat. And I posted out there. I told him, I said, listen, if you post another message like that, I'm going to report you to the FCC because you're also a licensed operator, which is the dumbness of this guy. You know, I'm a technician, licensed amateur operator. He's a general. And the fact that he posted, yeah, I know you on QRZ, so I know where you live at. I'm like, so what that mean? What are you telling me? That you're gonna come and see me? Is that what you're saying? You know, like, so I took screenshots of all that and I let him know here in the live stream that a few months ago. And I said, if you're watching this stream, if you send me another message, because I blocked them after. Once I got my screenshots, I blocked them. And I told them, I said it. If you send me another message through another account, whatever, and you threaten me again, I'm going to take all this to the FCC and you're going to lose your license. Because that's not what amateur radio is all about. You don't use QRZ to look up somebody and send them a threat. You don't do that. Okay? You don't. So that's how I dealt with him, and I have not heard from him ever since. So I guess he got the message that if you threaten me again, all this is all evidence. I'm gonna take this to the FCC, and you're gonna lose your general license, and you're probably gonna get banned from getting another amateur license with that type of behavior. That's how I dealt with it, and that was the end of that. So that's I tell people don't let people run you out of this channel. I don't let that get to me. I don't really care. I don't care if people thumb down my videos, and I've been posting videos all these days, and I get one thumb down on every video. So it's probably it got to be one person that really, for whatever reason, he enjoys thumbing down my videos, and that's fine. It's probably somebody that I banned because he's not gonna come on the channel and say that, or he's not gonna post a comment because it's probably somebody that I banned. And that's fine, but my channel is not going to be out of control. I go to other chat rooms where I see the chat get out of control with the scrolling and all that. No, not going to happen in my chat room. When you come to my chat room, you could chat, you could send messages, but if you start scrolling nonsense, you're going to get a warning. And then after that warning, you're going to get the hammer. And that's it. That's how I'll deal with it. There's no democracy here. Let me do a checkup over here on this. Let me see, because it's around that time where I believe he starts posting. No, not yet. Wow. Yeah, but I think he's gonna be on today. Oh, thank you, James Farley. Wow, awesome. $50 super chat. Thank you. Wow, thank you very much, man. Awesome, bro. Wow. Thank you, James. I mean, James, you're the man, bro. You're the man. Last time he gave me $100 super chat. Now it's $50. Wow. Thank you, James Farley. You're a stand-up guy, bro. Wow. Yeah, so you got to grind it out here, bro. I'm really trying to. I want to help this kid. So he comes down here. I know some people probably say, why you don't just give him the Buddha? No, I don't want to do it because I really want to help, And if anybody else, if they come onto my chat, if you come on and be respectful and ask questions, I'll be glad to answer anything you want me to answer within a certain, especially right now, I'm on the second hour of my live stream. If any radio topic is going to be on here, people would have asked me by now. So that's why I treat my live streams, by the way. I know some other channels don't do that, but if I do a 3-hour live stream, or the first hour, we'll talk about anything radio related that you want to talk about. But by the second hour, we'll start talking into other topics. And that's why I want to keep it, because I want to get to know you guys too. You guys are the ones that support my channel by subscribing to my channel and watching my videos and liking my videos and all that. And this is my time to talk to you guys, to talk to each other, just to say hello and how you doing, how's your family. It's not to promote anything or anything like that. It's not, I want to know, and if you have a channel, tell me about your channel, and I know most of you, like, I know Jim has a nice channel, and Glenn, no, Glenn doesn't have a channel. He's just, but I know Elmer Time and Glenn and this, the kid, he's trying to get started with his channel, and I'm trying to help him. I want to help him out, but there's a right way of doing it. That's what I'm trying to explain to him. That you need to put in the work. I know it seems like a long time ago. I started this channel. I started in September 11. Ironically, I don't know why that date. 2016. So I still enjoy it. And I'm having more fun on the live streams. This is the best part of this channel, is the live stream. I enjoy the live stream more because I don't have to edit a video. I don't have to I don't have a certain. I have to say certain things. You know, like when you're doing a review, you have to. There's planning involved. And a live stream is not that way. It's just you come on, whoever's on, we talk about whatever topic. I know Theo was on earlier. He was the first one on. And of course, Elmer was on earlier, and Jim and Brad ID's Cats and other now. And James, of course, and thank you, James, for the nice donation, nice super chat. It's awesome. And Glenn, the last Monday, I was a person that he subscribed to my channel a few months ago, but that was the first time he was on the live stream. And we was talking, and he opened up to me, and that's what I want to see. I want to see you guys talk to me, open up to me. I want to get to know everybody. I wish, like James, and I would love to meet you guys in person. We all have similar interests. This community it's all about that. It's all about I would love to meet some of you in person. It's cool. That's the beauty. That's the beauty about this hobby. 56-year-old guy like myself. We have this connection through radio hobby and other interests. Because when I walk out this house, nobody knows nothing about this stuff. Except for the guy down the block. I still haven't approached him yet. He has a wire outside the second floor window and it goes to a tree. But I just don't have the guts to knock on his door and say, hey, by the way, do you listen to Shortwave? Because he's gonna look at me like, first of all, why are you knocking on my door? And who are you? Because every time I walk through there, I look at his window, see if he's looking out the window. Because if he would have been looking out the window, then I would have said, hey. Not that I would have shouted him out, but I would have said, hey, I noticed that you have that. I said, is that for Shortwave? And I went, because there's nobody around here that listens to Shortwave or any type of radio hobby. The man across the street listens to AM radio because he puts his radio up loud. I guess he has a hearing issue. His radio is loud. He always listens to talk radio. And then now that guy with the wire out the window. So, but everybody else, they don't listen to this Shortwave. I know when they look at my backyard, they see the loop antennas and all that. They're probably thinking that I'm, I don't know, I work for Men in Black or something, I'm monitoring extraterrestrial activity or something. I don't know. They probably look at me like I'm a Fed, Men in Black or something. I don't know. Because they see the disco and they see all these antennas on the roof. They probably think I'm and I used to joke with that. I named my wife. I named my Wi-Fi. I used to call it like FBI server or something. And people, I used to get strange looks outside from some people. Like, okay, this guy a narc or some kind of special agent or something. Because they probably think I'm monitoring all these stuff. So I used to keep them guessing on that, but I never. Then one of my neighbors asked me, "What is that?" I said, "No, it's for radio." I said, "What type of radio?" I said, like amateur radio and stuff like that. Oh, you mean CB? Because they always assume CB right away. CB? Yeah, some of it is for CB. What did I miss? I got into an argument with the ball and chain. Oh. No, we're just talking about radio hobby in general, and the fact that I wish I could meet some of you guys, and you guys are the coolest guys ever. And because of course over here I don't have nobody around here that is even remotely interested in the hobby. I know on QRZ when I make contact with a few people, I noticed I made a few contacts from the Bronx. So if I ever do join a radio club, it's probably gonna be in the Bronx. Or somewhere in the city. It's probably not going to be in Yonkers. I don't know. Although there is a Yonkers radio club. There's a Yonkers radio club, and there's also a Westchester radio club. But I don't know. It's just I'm not a club type person that goes into meetings and all that. I just, as much as I want to meet you guys and all that, I just came. I'm not a regular type meeting person. Like, every week we got to meet at this club, like a lodge or something. That's not me. I'm not that type of person. I don't know. I was never that way. Let me refresh over here. I'm gonna see if no, nothing yet. Oh wow. Anyway, soon I think it's 2:35 now. So I think in another 10 minutes or something he's gonna post. I believe. I keep forgetting the time, man. Is it 3 o'clock Eastern or 4 o'clock? I'm thinking it's 4 o'clock. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm telling you, nobody around here listens to that. So 3 Central. So that's okay. So he's gonna be on 4 o'clock. So wow. Yeah. So let me see if more people come out here. Meanwhile, if a couple of people show up here, otherwise I'm gonna end it in another 30 minutes or so. 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, so definitely that's cool, that the guy down there has a because I want to he's like, I'm waiting for him to look out the window so I could say, hey, give us a test, hey, that's a shortwave for sure. And then I don't want to go to knock on his door, and that's too, because I would be like, first of all, who are you? Why are you knocking on my door? You know, this is a problem that we us shortwave and like I forgot what video it was the other day. I posted it was yesterday. I know Sparky Zilla 85 left a comment. He said that about like I know shortwave. We have your preachers, and you also have your flat Earth. Whether he call them flat earthers, you know. Like me, I listen to Coast to Coast. Do I agree with everything you listen? I listen like Coast to Coast. No, some of it is off the wall. Like when they start talking to the psychics, I start tuning out on it. I like some of it on Coast to Coast, I listen to, right? And that's what I'm trying to say. That you don't have to listen to everything. That I get it. I listen to everything. I try to listen to everything. So Coast to Coast, for example, I know they talk about UFOs and all that. I listen to some of that. I believe that some of that is I believe there's other life, things like that. And then, but when they start talking about psychics, that's when I start, because I'm not into psychics and all that. I was never into that psychic stuff. Because I remember, like, on what it was. Oh my God, what is it? Montel. When he had that Sylvia Brown, she's a psychic, right? Sylvia Brown. And I could see it. Like some people come up and they say, can you tell me? Can you say anything? And she's like, what's your name? What's your date of birth? Oh, she starts breaking down what's going to happen to you and all this stuff. And I'm like, I said, you know what's a good idea, James? I'm thinking, you know what? It's a good idea. Leave a note on his mailbox. Oh, maybe I could leave like my email or something. Because I don't want to just give him my address here because, that's a good idea. You know what? I'm going to consider that. I'll go find the apartment number, and then I'll look at his mailbox, and I'll put it in his mailbox in the lobby. And they could have the mailbox in the lobby. I could just put a note. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because I don't, I don't want to like he shot him out through the window, and then people see the wire, and I'm sure people noticed it, but I don't want to blow up his spot. I don't want to say, hey, you have a wire there, cool, and then he's gonna be like, why are you blowing up my spot? So I don't want to do that either. Or her, because it could be a woman, or it could be or it could be a kid, a young kid. I don't want to be creepy either. Because that's probably, that's my son. Like, okay. Okay, now I look creepy. Okay, how old are you? And you want to talk to my son about radio? Okay, you need to back up. No, I'm sorry, you got it all wrong. Douche. Throw the door in my face. I like the note idea. I'm gonna look into the note because I could just give him my email address and then I say, you know what, I noticed you have a wire antenna, and I'm a shortwave listener, and I didn't want to mention my channel. I'm not going to mention that. I just want to say, um, and I'll probably put a note. Would you interested? And I have an extra radio here. Would you like to, maybe offer him the radio, the extra D109 or something? Yeah, exactly. I don't want to, because now I'm thinking about it. It could be yeah. You see, that's why I don't want to approach the door. I don't, but because it's still out there. It's still out there. So it's hooked up to a pine tree that's in front of the building, and it's about 25 feet of wire. It's like 25 feet, and it goes right into this window or her window. I don't know. Yeah. But that's a good idea about the leave the note in the mailbox. I like that idea because that way I save myself the embarrassment and the awkwardness. Because I've been in that building before. Long time ago, when we first moved here, I had furniture here that was donated from previous. It was a big sectional sofa, and I went in there to put a flyer about anybody wants, because that's nothing. That building is for senior citizens. It's for disabled and senior citizen. Oh wow, thank you, Jim. Wow, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, so I was gonna put the flap, but there was a woman there, an older woman. She was there, and she said she saw that I was about to. But I asked her. I didn't before I put the flyer. I asked her. I said, "Would you be interested?" Would you be interested in the sofa? No, I went to speak to the building manager. She happened to be there, and she overheard it, and she said, "Can I see that sofa?" And I said, "Yeah." I showed a picture of it. And she said, "Well, I would like that sofa." And I said, "Okay, then I need somebody to help me bring it because it's big." And she said, "Okay." Her son and a friend of her son came and they helped me. The three of us took the sofa there. Like we made arrangement like in a couple of days. So I've been in that building before. So, but in this case, I don't want to post a flyer saying, blow up a spot. Or just wave at him through the window. I don't want to, that's just crazy. I don't want to do that. But I like the note in the mailbox because I could be discreet. I could just leave it. I could even leave the email. I think it'll be sufficient. I'll leave an alternate email. I won't use my main email either. That's another thing. I'll use an alternate email that I have because I have several of them. And I'll leave it with that. And then I'll just mention, listen, I noticed you have an antenna. I'm not an HOA guy. Don't worry. Just I have similar interests, and I listen to Shortwave, and I'll make it friendly, and that'll be it. And I'll wait for the response. I don't know why I'm doing this, but this is the stuff we have to do to get. So I guess everybody else, nobody here is radio listening or anything. So Jim, thank you very much for the super chat tip or donation. Yeah, he hasn't posted anything yet. But then again, if it's at 4 o'clock, then because he normally posts about 15 minutes before before he comes on. So yeah. So that's a good idea. I'm definitely gonna do the note thing. I'm gonna use an alternate email, and I'm gonna make a note, put in the mailbox, and hopefully he don't say, "Oh, by the way, they have security camera. Can I see the security camera?" And he sees me. Oh, I know that guy. He lives up the block. That crazy guy. I said, can you replay that video? Somebody posted a note. I want to know who this is. And they go look at the video and they see me. And then, oh no. Now I don't even think I want to do that either because I know they got cameras in there. Oh my God. What am I getting myself into? That'd be funny if he goes with what wire? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like when I walk, for example, like when I walk down the street, or when we're driving. But when I walk down the street, I have a habit of looking at the roof at people's rooftops, and I see if they have an antenna. Like not a TV antenna, but I try to see if they have other stuff. And okay, this guy has this antenna's for this and this and this. And I walk around here, nobody has anything related to amateur radio, like a shortwave, a loop or even a CB whip, nothing like that. I know down here, a couple of people got those big ugly, they call it the big ugly dish, the C-band. I think it's a 8-footer. Is it an 8-footer? Down here. A couple of Mexican restaurants. And that's been up there for years. I know they're not using it. I want to go in there and ask them. Listen, if you're not doing nothing with that antenna, can I take it for scrap? I'll tell them it's for scrap or, whatever. Can I take it? I'll take it out of your roof. Because I want one of those. I don't want to buy one. I want to take one of those and put it, somewhere. Maybe on top of my garage. I don't know. I don't want to buy one and I can't put it back there because it's taking too much space in my wife will go crazy. I would have to put it either on the roof or on that roof, the garage roof. It's big. It's a C-band. I have another one. It's a KU band. I have it in the garage. They were giving it away on Craigslist. So I told my wife, okay, we went. It was a company somewhere up there in was it Connecticut? And he said, "Yeah, right there, take it." It's like a 90s, a big dish. I took it. We put it in the van. It's missing the mount though, but it has the LMB and everything. Everything is all intact. I just got to mount it, and and also I have old satellite boxes. I have the old ones. But I it's another hobby that I used to enjoy. Satellite and stuff like that. Robbie Strike is the man when it comes to that. 92 degrees. Wow, it's hot over there. Over here, it's 77 degrees, and it's cloudy. So I'm looking at my Microsoft right now, the weather thing down here. Just popped up. It says 77 degrees, mostly cloudy. And so I have that dish. I haven't mounted yet, and I'm thinking about asking for this one, the C-band. And that's gonna take up more space in the garage. If I bring that dish, I have to mount it right away because my wife will go crazy. She'll be like, "What the hell are you doing with that? Where that's gonna fit in the garage?" Like like we're looking for, we're not actively looking right now. We was, but if we look for when we look for another place, we want some acres, some land. So that I would take that with me. I would say, yeah, we're gonna put up a C-band. I'm gonna put up a KU band. I'm gonna put up a few dishes. I'm gonna put up a tower. Oh my God. Right here, I'm limited with the space. I can't put that. That C-band, I will have to put on the roof. It will have to be on this roof or that roof. No way I can put that up in the yard. It's too big. It's way too big. And there's two of them. There's one in this restaurant and there's one further down on the other side. And I know they're not using it. But I need to work up the it's like you just walk in and say, oh, by the way, you don't want you want to get rid of that dish? Go ahead. All right, I gotta add in 5 seconds. So I'll walk over here for a minute. I'll be right back. Cool off over here for a second. All righty. Yeah. All righty. Wow, so it's 92 degrees over there in Illinois. We're gonna go back there in a couple. We're going to Indiana in, I think, the second week of July. After July 4th, the following week, I believe the second week or so, we're gonna go. I'm going through there for a couple of days. Well, it's not definite yet, but I might go through there to Indiana for a couple of days, depending on So right back to Indiana. My sister-in-law is trying to convince my wife to for us to get a place there. There's a community where they bought the house out. They're building that whole community, and it's a brand new community they're building there. So there's houses going up, like you can see there's a lot of construction going on there. So that's a whole brand new community. As a matter of fact, I wanted to make videos there last time, but it was so windy. It was so windy that I couldn't make videos outside. So when I go back again, I'm gonna try to make videos on that area. You're gonna see it's a lot of construction going on there. A lot of new houses are going up there, and that all used to be old farmland that got sold, and then now they're building housing there now. Nice houses too. So I want to do a video there on that. So when I go again, if it's not, because it was windy every day I was there, it was windy. It was really windy. I don't remember the Midwest. It was so windy every day. I know every day I was in Indiana, it was windy. It was too windy to have the, I would have to put a microphone with the, like a filter or something, so the wind doesn't, because it was very windy. Every day was windy. Yeah, but this is Indiana. So I figured close enough. And it was very windy. Every day was windy. No lie. It was windy. So I wanted to make video and it was too windy. There was days that I was like, okay, I can't. And I have the videos I made. I played back the video. You don't hear me. You can't hear me talking. All you hear is the wind. I was like, okay, I can't use this video. Or I have to use something else, some kind of, maybe I don't know. I have to figure that out. Yeah, James Farley. I told my ex-wife that my dream was a 60-foot tower with a beam. She said, "If you have enough missiles on, you have enough missiles on the." Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if I want a 60-foot tower because I'm not gonna climb that anymore. I would have climbed that now, but I could see a 20-foot tower, 25 feet. I don't know, something like 25 feet maybe. Like what Theo had. When Theo made a video, he has a small tower next to his house. But I don't really need it because I have a flat roof. So that my house is not with the roof like there's a flat roof, so I'm okay there. That's why I can go on the roof. Now, if my house the roof was like what they call that? What's the proper term of that, by the way? When the roof is this way, it's like with the shingles. I forgot. Anyway, so his house, I believe, is like that. That's why he had to put up the tower next to it. Because climbing on those roofs is dangerous. No way I will be on the roof like that with this. No way, no. I will roll right off of that. But yeah, and Jim's ready to check. That's why Chicago's called the Windy City. Yeah, I could imagine. But you know, I didn't think that where she lived at was like that. You know, like I noticed it was windy every day. When I go, especially plus the weather wasn't the best that time. I think only one day it was the sun was out all day. Every day was like cloudy and windy, and I think and we have rain. We have some rain because I was there. What it was? We was there maybe 4 days. I believe it was 4 days. And I remember it was windy every day. Even when I tried to, I wanted to bring my radios out there near the, because there's the area where there's a farm, and it's flat. It's flat. And of course, this was in the middle of the winter, so there's nothing growing now. But you could tell that they probably grew corn there or something. So if we go back now, it's probably going to be full of corn or something. So I wanted to do reception videos there, and I would have filmed that, but I didn't get a chance because it was too windy. It was just too windy that I couldn't even record the radio playing, and I wanted to have that as the backdrop, like the farm. Right? You see the endless rows of corn, whatever it was that time. It wasn't growing yet, obviously, and then all the way in the middle, you see a small house. I guess that's the farm, the owner of that particular plot. And you could tell that's probably some kind of farm for something. And it was just too windy. I just couldn't shoot the video. It was just too windy. And I'm probably going to take my Nikon, the 5100, and then the microphone. I will have to put something on the microphone to muffle some of that. Or boom microphone, put a directional right into the radio speaker so I don't pick up because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't record. I tried it with my phone. I couldn't record. The microphone is not the best microphone for that stuff. James Farley, in your upstairs room, where is New York City pointed? So right now, behind me is north. So yeah, this way, going southeast. So these two windows right here, right there, and going down that one. Because South Broadway is right here. It's like a 5-block walk down this way, South Broadway. So South Broadway in Yonkers connects to Broadway in New York City. When it gets to the Bronx, South Broadway becomes Broadway, New York City. Now Broadway, that's the famous Broadway that everybody talks about. Goes all the way down to Manhattan, right through Times Square. So if I get on South Broadway, literally I can walk all the way into Times Square. Like, I don't know how long that walk is going to be, maybe a few hours. But yeah, this way, New York City. That's where I point my TV antennas. But I don't know. I can't show you because this cable. I'm gonna put an extension on this USB, so I can take the webcam to the window. And I can show you the trees was obstructing my antennas. Because there's a problem with my television antennas is I got trees here, and these are tall trees. These are over, I'm gonna say 60 feet. At the tippy top of that tree is over 60 feet. So that is blocking some of the signal from the television signal. It's harder for the television signals. So that's why my signal, even though I'm only 15 miles away from, I'm 14 to 15 miles away from Midtown Manhattan or the Freedom Tower, Lower Manhattan. I'm not far from the TV transmitters, but the problem is I got trees. I'm in a valley. This hill goes up to, so I'm in a valley. I'm in the lower part. So all that is affecting the signal coming in from New York City. So, so it's the good and the bad. I got nice trees here. I got shade and all that. But in terms of television signal, it kind of degrades that, especially in the summertime, because now all the foliage is out. All the leaves are out and everything, of course. In the wintertime, it's better because there's no foliage. But right now, as the foliage is out and all that, my signal starts dropping on television. I'm gonna try to fix it. I'm gonna get a bigger antenna and see, maybe I put it on a. Well, I think even just a bigger, better direction antenna, because my signal is borderline on some channels. You know, you need about. I'm trying to remember. I don't want antenna man to come in here and antenna man Tyler tell me wrong. I believe the signal strength, if you get it up to 50 in my box, I think if you go over 50 or something, 60, I'm gonna say 60, your signal should be fine. It's consistent. Anything over 60 or 70, it should be fine. Some of my signals are like in the 40s, and it breaks up, it gets pixelated, it drops. That's not good. So I think with the bigger directional antenna, the one I'm looking at is the Televis. That's the brand, Televis. It's about $160. It's a bigger, I have to put on a bigger pole. I believe that one will get me over that 70, 60, 70 signal strength for television. Because I have quite a few channels because when I did the scan, I can pick up one television, I can pick up 92 channels. My other TV, my Roku, picks up 80, and not even 80, 70, 74. My Roku, not my Roku, my Vizio with the external tuner. I forgot what was the brand of that one. Oh, it's View TV. It's called View TV. That box is a very sensitive box. That one picks up 92 channels. And my LG TV in the first floor picks up around 90 channels, 88 channels, sometimes 90 channels. But, and also, I have long cable runs too. That's another thing. So I'm going to bring a TV up here. It's going to be a very short cable run. I believe that TV here with a very short cable run and that antenna, I'm probably going to have about over 90 something channels. Easily. Because I was going to have a shorter cable run. Because that's a problem. Remember, I'm on the roof. I'm going all the way down to the basement. That's a long cable run. That's 75 feet of coax. When you're talking about VHF, UHF van, especially UHF, that diminishes signal quite a bit. Yeah. So let me take a sip of water here. Jim's radio check. The drought is so bad here. The corn isn't even growing unless it's irrigated. Wow. Well, hopefully it doesn't affect. I wonder if that's the whole all of the Midwest and all that. Yeah, because that'll affect corn prices and all that too. Because I know it does get hot over there. I know it gets hot. I remember. I remember one time I was coming from California on the Greyhound, and we made stops along the Midwest, like Iowa, Nebraska, and it was hot. It wasn't like, it was hot. It was like 90-degree plus because it was in the middle. It was like in the late August, September. It was there. It was actually it was like early September, and it was hot. It was hot. So I know, especially it's flat. So it's not even humid. It's like dry heat. Like low humidity, but hot. Kind of like in Las Vegas. When I went to Las Vegas, it was really hot, but there was no humidity. Oh my God. Yeah, it's dry heat. Jim's radio check. I use a piece of coax that I made an antenna out of. I'm 35 miles southwest of downtown And it works fine. Yeah, because you probably got a clear line of sight too. Because line of sight is important. If you could get line of sight, that really helps out a lot. I don't have line of sight. I have, in my cases, I think it's when I go on not TV Fool. What is it? The other one? Rabbit Ears. There's another website where you can look up to see what stations you can receive. I'm trying to remember. Somebody could, is it rabbitears.info or something like that? I forget. I know the one I used before was tvfool.com. But a lot of people say that one is not that good anymore or whatever. That was the one that I used to go to, tvfool.com. And they have a sister site like FM Fool. If you want to look up for FM stations, fmfool.com. But I haven't used that in a while. So I don't know. There's one called Antenna Web. I think it's called Antenna Web that you can look up there. You put your address or your zip code, your address with the zip code, and it tells you what station. So in my case, even though it says line of sight here, it's not line of sight. I'm only 15 miles away from the transmitters. But I'm telling you right now, there's more like 2-edge. Shortwave fool. That's me, right? A shortwave fool. But over here, it's definitely not line of sight because this is definitely 1-edge. Or when they say 1-edge or 2-edge, they're talking about ridges like mountain or hills. So I think in my case, I think it's at least 2-edge. So I'm more of a 2-edge. So when you do 2-edge, they don't recommend anymore. For example, I can't use something like this. This is a Mohu, the Leaf. This is an older one. I had tried this. I tried this up here. I had it in the window. This, nothing. A few channels only. That's it. This, this is the Mohu. I bought this a few years ago. When I first moved here, I bought this. And nothing, no. Then I went up to the roof and I started mounting. Because this didn't do nothing. Now in New York City, in a 5-story building and one of the top floors, you put this in the window, you get 100 channels. Line of sight, you get 100 channels. And this comes with the amplifier. It has a USB powered amplifier. This comes with that. So this is the Mohu Leaf. This is one of the first models. Okay, you could do white side or the black side, depending on what, This, like I said, this is New York City and a high rise on a condominium. This is good. But for me, no good. Because I have foliage and trees and all that. I need an outdoor antenna. And now I realize that I have a few of them with the, what they call that? The combiner. I pick up the channels, but they're not strong. I could pick them up. It's when I do the scan, it show I get the numbers, but they're not strong. So now I need to take it to the next step, and I'm going to have to buy a bigger directional antenna and point it that way, and I should be able to get, bring up the signal strength. And that's it. Yeah, and it's, and I know people say, well, why you want to go? No, because it's some good content there. I watch, I like to watch over the air. Yeah, in my case, I know it's going to be, I need a bigger directional antenna. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg. We're talking about the cheapest model is $160. I didn't have one that's over $180. Is the Televis. That's the one that they recommend a lot. It has a built-in. It also has a built-in amp, the preamp, whatever. It has a built-in. So I need that too because if I'm going to do long cable runs, I need the preamp. The amp. I need that. Yeah, so I definitely let me refresh over here for a second. Any updates? Yeah. I see this one a lot. I want to know anybody's opinion about this antenna. I'm gonna show the YouTube. It's the Facebook group. I need to look up on this antenna. It's called a donut shortwave antenna. I guess it's the Mala hit. I guess it's the antenna they recommend you using. I can't zoom in there. Can I zoom in there? It looks like it has a tuning knob. I guess that's the tuning knob right there. So the donut, it says donut SW antenna. So I guess I don't know if that's the maker. Because I know, Jim, you talked about it. I saw your video on it that the whip antenna for this radio is junk. It's junk. It doesn't work. So I think that one, they recommend you try that antenna for here. So I'm going to look into that. And I may see if I can buy that antenna now that I got a couple of donations. Maybe I might buy that antenna and review it. I don't know. I need to look into it. I see people post that lately. The donut shortwave antenna. So that one, it has a SMA male. You put the donut shortwave antenna here, and it has a tuning knob for shortwave. You can listen to short. When you want to tune into stage, it has a tuning knob. So that looks interesting. I don't know if I really want it for this because I haven't used this much. But depending on the price of that, I may look into that because I saw that. I see people post that antenna lately. Sorry. I see people post that antenna lately. And I want to see, for portability. Of course, MLA 30. I haven't tried it with the, I need to try it with the MLA 30. That's another thing I need to do. I'm going to run mine in here, the stock one first. And I'm going to try that one. I'm going to put it in the windowsill and I'm going to tune it there. So, but that one looks interesting. But I don't know what the price, it looks like it's not very sturdy. It looks like it has a switch. It has a side switch. All right, let me show it again. I want to put it like this so you can see it. Because I don't want to hold it. I want people to see it. Oh my God. Let me just put this down. Okay, there you go. Let's see. So you can see that it has a switch. Right? Low, high. So it has a switch over here on the side. And there's a tuning knob. So this is a loop. And that's SMA male. So that goes in your, like a deep SDR or the Mala hit radio that I just showed you. So it looks interesting. I have to look at the price of this. It looks like it goes over. So if you switch it to high, okay, so if you switch it to low, it goes from 4 megahertz to 12 megahertz. If you switch it to, if you switch it to low, it goes from 4 megahertz to 12 megahertz. And if you switch it to high, it goes from 12 to 24. So it covers most of the shortwave band. It covers most of it. So it looks interesting. It does look interesting, though. So I'm going to look into that. I want to look into that and see. Because that looks like a nice little portable radio. Portable antenna. If you want to use your Mala hit with that antenna, it looks interesting. But I'm going to try the MLA 30. That's the next one I want to try because I haven't tried it with that. I tried it with the I know I tried the stock antenna. It wasn't good. Then I think I tried it with the I'm trying to remember what I tried it with. Was it the MLA 30? I did try. I might have tried it with the MLA 30. No, it wasn't the MLA 30. No, I think it was just the stock. And it wasn't the best. It wasn't even that good. So I want to try with the MLA 30, but I'm looking at this. I saw a few posts on this already, they just posted this today. So now I see I see more people posting this. Yeah, this was yesterday. Oh, 21 hours ago. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, I know. Yeah, the stock and the whip antenna on that one is not that good. It's not good. I tried it. I think I clipped a wire on it, and it was better. I think that's what I did. I clipped it to a long wire. It was a wire, and I clipped it to it. I think that's what I did, and it was better with the wire clipped to the antenna. But no, I was not impressed with it. So I need to try the MLA 30 or the MFJ or the NFET. The NFET, maybe adapters, of course, and try with the NFET. See if it because even on medium wave, because on medium wave, I was disappointed on it too. I was like, what the hell? What is this? But yeah, so I think that's what it is, because you're confirming it that the whip antenna is not that good. But I thought the radio was not that good, but I think the antenna is just not good. Because this is $200. I spent $200 on this. $200. This is the clone one, but this is the clone one with the better audio. So this is the clone one, but with the better audio. Of course, I bought the one with the they call it the unlock, the expanded, the register, the expanded, band and all that, expanded. Anyway, but I gotta give it another try. I want, because right now it's a paperweight. Right now, I can't. I want to give this thing. I want to give it a try. Anyway, 316, 317. I'm gonna stay on until right before he comes on, then I'll sign off. Because I might as well take it. I'm gonna go over the 3 hour mark again, so I might as well do that too. Back to back 3 hours. Well, not actually that back to back. Well, back to back yesterday and today, but back to back 3 hours. And then Monday I did 3 hours. So I did. It's gonna be like 9, almost 10 hours total this week. So win-win for me. Get those hours. Yeah, because I didn't do a live stream for over a month. So man, look ahead. I think these are mark. I need to get a new pair. These things leave a mark. These are cheap reading glasses. Somebody needs to recommend me a good pair of reading glasses, because these are cheap Walmart reading glasses, which I need just to read the live. I can't read the live, the chat. That's what I use them for. Otherwise, I'll be squinting right now. If I take these out, I will be squinting. I'll be like, Then I have these. But these, I bought the wrong magnification. I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna try it, but the problem is that her internet is very slow. See? But these the magnification is too strong. Right now it's blurry now. I like the look of it, but the magnification is wrong on this. This is what is it? 2.5. That one is 1.5. I believe 1.5. I forget. Yeah. So this is too strong. I can't use this. So I wasted my money when I bought it. I forgot to check the thing out, and I bought the wrong. I bought this a few months ago, and these are Iron Man. They're very durable, but I can't use them. So I wasted like $16 on this crap. So I need to get these again, but I have to get 150, and then I can use the Yeah, I'm gonna get another ad in a few because we're gonna be at the top of the hour in a few. Well, not top of the hour, but over here, it's gonna hit the 3 hour mark. So that's why I'm gonna get the ad. So he's in sync with that. Yeah, I'm gonna look, but they gave you those the ones they gave me were very generic. Oh my god, they were I got a pair of those. All right, 2, 1, ad. All right, so I'm back now. The ad yeah, so that's the problem. I need to get another yeah, oh by the way, not everybody gets the ads. It's when I look into the when I check the box because it says you want to put yes, I check it. And then it says not everybody's gonna get the ad. So right now you're not getting the ad. So that's good for you. You don't have to skip. So that's good, you know. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, he just posted. Okay, okay, I see. Just now, he just posted. Also, he said that. Oh, cool. No, I'm gonna be off of the field then. I'm gonna wait till when he's so he's on now. I don't want to open it here because I didn't want to, you know, I might get kicked off. But okay, so it's 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so oh no, it's 4 p.m. Eastern. I see it. He just posted. So I'm gonna stay on for a while, and then right before I'll sign off, and then I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I thought he was on now. I'm like, oh no, okay, so oh cool. Yeah, so that's good that you don't get the ads. I mean, you know, good for you, but you know, because it says not everybody get the ads. So not everybody get the ads. So Jim, so yeah, when I go to Indiana, I could try to do a live stream. But the thing is, now this time around, it's gonna be only 2 days, so my time is gonna be very limited. So, and one is gonna be time, but two, and her internet is very slow over there. Because you know, like oh, for example, here I got gigabit. So far so good, you know, with the stream. But over there, she has I think her plan is like it's a very low plan. It's not even 100 megabit plan. I think she has like the very low, really cheap plan. I forgot what it is because it's just her and the husband, and they don't. It's like I think 50 megabit or something, and the upload on that is not gonna be enough to do a live stream anyway. So I wouldn't even think about doing a live stream. You know, even when I was in Florida, it's the same thing. You know, they don't. He doesn't like to get the me. I want the fast. Yeah, on my phone I can probably do something like that. I thought about that. But right now, not this phone. This is not a 5G phone. You know, I have 5G service. My wife and I. But this phone is not 5G. When I get my other phone, that's going to be 5G. Then I will do it there. But not this one. This is a 4G. So this phone is already. Like I said yesterday, this phone is already a few years. When I get my next phone, that's 5G. But this phone, I think even 4G, you can do a stream of 4G, 720p. I could probably try with 4G, even with 4G at 720p. You know, maybe I'll do it with the phone. If you're gonna see me with the phone, I could do that. It's not gonna be 1080p. It's not gonna be that, but I could try it. That I could try. I'll use T-Mobile, 4G service. That'll be better. Even 4G is still better than what. Unfortunately, that's what she has over there. So I'll think about it. Because I would like to do it outside. That would be nice with the cornfield in the background, sitting out there. But like I said, it depends on if it's too windy. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Again, it's a lot of, I tried to even make videos and it was too windy. So yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it, Jim. Go to the eye doctor. I'm gonna go. I need to go again anyway because I want to, because this is years ago, like 10 years ago since I've been to the eye doctor. Wow, it's almost 10 years. I need to go again. And they gave me some glasses, but I have them. Reading glasses, but they look like, oh my god, that one I look like a dork. You think I look dorky now? If I wear those, they work fine, but they're very dorky. They're very thick frame. Oh my god, I like dork. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. They're very. They look like they were made in 1950. That one will really show my age. So I don't know. I need something more stylish. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. So I want something similar like this. Even these are a little too, they're borderline. So I need to get something without breaking the bank. Yeah. And yeah, Two Hands Junior, right? The corn with the yeah, no, he does that the farm background and all that. Yeah, because that's what it reminded me of. When that area I saw, it was just nothing but farmland. And all the way like the horizon, like way out there's a house. It's just an old house. I guess that's the owner of the property. And of course, it's fencing. It's like the old what do they call that? It's like wire, not it wasn't barbed wire. It was just wire and with the post wire. So yeah, yeah. I got one yesterday, but you weren't expecting one. Yeah, there was an ad that just came on because when I saw the replay, I was like, yeah, because sometimes I'm not paying attention sometimes, and I saw it. I was talking through the ad, but normally it tells you, and it does tell me. But I think that time I was talking and talking. I didn't pay attention, and when I looked down, I saw the ad already was inserted because you get a countdown on my lower left. You get a countdown. Usually you get like sometimes you get a 30-second notice. Sometimes it's 50-second notice. And then as soon as it goes down to 0, you get a little pop-up that says ad inserted. But it doesn't tell you how long the ad is or how many ads, because I don't know if it's one ad or 2 short ads. Because in the replay, and by the way, in the replay, it doesn't play the ads. When I watch this on the replay, it doesn't play the ads. It's just nothing. It's just me looking at the ceiling or something. I don't know. So it doesn't, it doesn't play on the replay. It's just for live. And again, today I don't have the heart. I don't see the heart on mine. Although I saw somebody earlier, I saw a bunch of hearts go by in 100, but I don't see it on mine now. I can't click on it. I don't find it. It's not here. So that's another thing that happened the last couple of days. I don't see the heart anymore, the clicking thing. I don't know if you guys see it, but I don't see it on my end. Yeah. Glenn Dancer, your channel is not only informative, but it is so much fun. Jill's just posted. Oh wow, he didn't. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for that. And he posted. Cool. So let me go down here. So if I get the other phone, then I could do it 5G. Otherwise, this one I will have to do a 4G. And 4G is unlimited. I know 5G is not. Even though the plan says unlimited, I believe it's not unlimited. I believe there's a certain amount of gigabytes data transfer that you can use on 5G, because 5G is not fully unlimited. I don't think so. then it goes down to 4G. You know, especially if I'm doing streaming, it's probably it's gonna start at, of course, in my case 4G, and now 4G is unlimited completely. It's unlimited. So I can stay on 4G. And 4G is pretty good still. You could do 720p easily on 4G. And so I may do that. Now when I get my other phone, it'll be 5G, then yeah. And of course, where I'm staying in Indiana, that's another thing. I don't know how the cell phone towers are, because remember, that's a new community. They're building that whole community. It's brand new. So I don't know how the cell phone service is there. It might not be as strong as here. Hopefully that also, I have to think about that. Because I want to show now, even if I don't stream, I want to make a video and show you what's over there. And it's a construction. There's a whole bunch of houses going up. There's rows of streets that are not even, the foundation is not even laid down yet. So you can see that they're going to build a whole new community there. Like if you go back, I was telling them that if we come back here 20 years from now, there's probably going to be all brand new houses up. There's going to be a new park over here and all that. Right now, it's like, I lived in an area like that. When I went to Puerto Rico, there was an area where they were building new houses, and we moved into a brand new community. There was still, even the sod. Some of the houses didn't even have grass yet. They only had the sod. And they had they covered it with hay. Some of the houses, including her house, it still didn't have grass. It still only had sod, and it was like with the hay covered on it. So, and you could tell everything. It was probably built a few months ago. Brand new, very brand new houses, brand new. So everything is built like now, recent. Everything is brand new. So and I said no, and the house next door and the other house, and you can see the other house is still not finished. And then if you go further down, it's only the framing of the house. As you go down the block, it's less and less houses, just lots. So I want to show you that. I want to show you because I was gonna make a video on that on my other channel about where people are moving to. Like people leaving New York for those places. And that's what I was going to make a video on my other channel. On my Danny show, I was going to make a video on that. Like people are leaving New York City or New York State to move to these houses. And the prices of those houses were not that bad. They were low, upper 200,000, 200,000 plus, or low 300. They're nice, very beautiful houses, very beautiful. And they have several models. You know how they look the same every year. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about. That every house looks the same. The beauty of this house is this is unique. This building is brick building. And then the house next door is another brick house, but it doesn't look like this one. There's nothing. It's very unique. And, those houses are not like that. They're like cookie cutter. They all look the same. So, I don't, like my wife especially doesn't like that. It's like, it's too like generic. Like they're nice looking houses, but look the same. They all have the same, like there's a couple of models. Yeah, when you order the house, I guess, or whatever, they have different models. So for that street is a particular model. And, it kind of, I don't know about you, but I like the houses to be unique. That's why I like older houses. Oh, okay. So let's see. So let me go down here. Two Hands Junior. Jim's radio check. To be honest with you, you look okay. Thank you. I just got a commercial on the phone, but not on the TV. Okay, so you probably get it on the phone, and and then yeah. So, but it does say not all viewers are gonna get the ad. Like maybe it might skip. You might get one ad, but then the next break, you won't get the ad, and so on. Jim Reddy said the house that I live in was originally bought from the Sears catalog. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Sears had homes. That's interesting. But Sears was big. One time Sears was like the biggest. It's kind of sad that they all out of business now. It is, Sears and like yesterday I was talking about Daymark, the catalog. Jim's Radio said, yeah, they had homes back in the early 60s in this area. Okay. Yeah, because Sears originally came from there, right? The company, right? Sears Roebuck. Originally, it was from that area, right? From the Chicago area, whatever. Of course, hence the Sears Tower. The original name of it was the Sears Tower, right? So I figured, so that was like the corporate, the headquarters or whatever. It was the Chicago area. Yeah. But yeah, it's sad to see that. I was talking about it yesterday about the Daymark catalog. Back in the 90s, before not even the 90s, the 80s and the early 90s, before the internet, before we knew about the internet or the World Wide Web, not the internet, but the World Wide Web, people used to order through catalogs. So I had Daymark catalog, for example. I used to like dressing up. I used to try to rock nice stuff when I was younger. So I had International Mail. I don't know if you ever heard of that catalog. It's called International Mail. So I bought a couple of things. I bought like a leather jacket from there and things like that. Because when I was younger, in my 20s and late, I used to look at GQ magazines because I used to like to dress. I used to like to wear nice stuff. So I used to get the International Mail catalog. I used to order from there some stuff. Of course, it didn't look that good on me. Oh, I'm gonna wear this muscle shirt, and it didn't look good on me because Oh my God, I'm gonna do it to myself right now. International Mail. So we had those catalogs. They had the Daymark catalog. What was the other catalog? I used to look at a lot. Of course, Radio Shack catalog, Sears catalog. What else? I used to look at another catalog called Edmund Scientific. And I used to look at telescopes and all that. When I used to drool over telescopes. I used to drool over that stuff when I was, young. I was like, man, especially like a Celestron. You never heard of that model, Celestron telescope? Those things were expensive. They still are expensive. So, you have all these mail order. Everything was mail order catalog. I remember Finger Hut. I remember I was introduced to Finger Hut. Oh, Finger Hut, you could order something and I pay for it. And they'll send it to you. And then you have to pay regularly. You make like it's 48 monthly payments and you break it down. So I ordered a weight bench it was like, and I never paid. They sent me the weight bench and I just didn't pay. I said, oh my God, and I had the weight bench. And then back then people would use different names and oh my God, I'm admitting to this stuff now. Remember Columbia House? You order a CD and you get like 8 of them or 10 of them for free. So they will send you a whole bunch of CDs, and then you're in the club. We're gonna send you a CD every month. No, you're not, because I'm not paying for these. Oh my God. Let me refresh. You already got the link up, so I know they're already there. So. Anyway, I'm gonna be on another 10 minutes, and then I'm. So yeah. Oh my God. Jim's radio check. I think the house was $12,000 brand new. Yeah, this house was $10,000. I looked back at the I went to the what do they call that? The it's called the Department of Buildings. Department of Buildings. Yeah, building department. Building. It's right down there. It's like a 15-minute walk by City Hall down there. And you can see the whole history of the house. This house originally, the first time, I think it was 10 grand. 10 grand. $10,000. The first time, not even, that was the first sale of this house. Not the original. I guess the original value was probably 10,000. Because remember, this house was built in 1924. So I saw $10,000. Then somebody bought it a few years later for like I think it was maybe like 12,000 or something. I remember that was a lot of money back then. $10,000 in I believe it was in the 40s. It's a lot more than what it is now. Excuse me. And then I think they sold it for 12,000. It was just like a $2,000 increment. And then it went up to like 15 or 17,000. And then it went exponential. Like from the 80s to the 90s, it went up like boom, boom. And then the last two sales, basically the house doubled. It went from 100 to 215 or something like that. Now, go to Zillow and look at the price of this house. Or Zillow, or one of those, real estate. This whole area now is $400,000+. This house was listed at 500. I think it was 524. This house right now, 524, because everything went up skyrocket after the pandemic. 20 years ago, this house was two something. So it doubled. It doubled. For 230 or 2 something to 250, now it's 5 something, 520. It's ridiculous. The house that we moved out from the Bronx, that we lost the house because of foreclosure. The house got sold for $1.2 million, and it's going to be demolished. The city bought the house. It was a row of 4 houses. They're all going to get demolished because they're going to put a high rise now. They're going to put a affordable housing building now. So all these smaller houses in the Bronx, they're all getting, especially the older ones, they're trying to buy them out to put up high rise. So that house got sold for $1.2 million. The house that we lived in the Bronx. And that house was built in 1911. Now the house was old, 1911. And right now, I think it's already torn down. I haven't visited. I want to go back to the block and visit it, because I know when I looked at the Google Earth, they showed the house next door. They were already gone. Because normally when Google takes a picture of it's already months ago, or sometimes even a year. So I'm gonna go there and look at it, see if it's gone. Yeah, so $1.2 million it got sold. It's crazy. Housing is crazy. Yeah. That's why, I'm reluctant. I'm not me, but my wife's more reluctant not to sell it. She's trying to hold on as much as you can, and then, sell it and then get a nice payout. So at the rate it's going now, man, I think in 10 years, this house could be, I don't know. We'll see. But the pandemic definitely, everything skyrocketed. In Yonkers, because we're right outside New York City. So a lot of people left New York City to come here, to come in the suburbs. Everything here skyrocket. It's crazy. Even the rent skyrocket over here. Just rent. I know across the street, I think it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and I think they're paying $1,900 a month. Just rent for a 2-bedroom apartment. It's crazy. And of course, it's not 2 people in that apartment. It's like 5 people in that apartment right now. At least 5 people. So they're definitely, packing them in there. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, but it's like 5 or 6 people I see. And I see people going in and out of that apartment. I don't, who are these people? It's expensive, man. Rent is crazy. Yeah. So give me a check. My dad paid $24,000 for this house, and the interest was 18%. Wow, that's not the interest rate was crazy at that time. And that was a time where you could take money and put it in the bank, and you get a nice rate. You get a nice rate, a little rate, nice. You didn't need to put it in the stock market. You could just put it in the bank, and you get 10% interest or 12% interest or whatever crazy, or like you said, 18%. You put it in a certificate of deposit. I haven't said that in a while. A CD. Put a 3-year CD. You take $10,000, you put on a 3-year CD. And in 3 years, that $10,000 will be like, I don't know, depending on if it's 12% or something. It's still a nice little, safe investment. Yeah, that's now of course, remember we had negative interest a few years ago. What are we up to now? 5%, 6% now, 8%? I forgot what we're up to now. I know they've been raising rates the last couple of years. So, but we're nowhere near that. 18%, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Even at 18%, yeah, because of course, there's only $24,000. I wish our mortgage was $220 a month. Even at 18% interest, the house payment was only $220 a month. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why, like, that's why I tell people about investing. You got to invest. If you want to, you got to put some money in investments, because Social Security is not going to be enough for us to live off. It's not. I joke around. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to be on in a few minutes. I'm going to be on in a couple of minutes. I'm going to be off. Yeah, because, it's just, especially now with inflation, it's crazy. All right. I'm going to sign off now. I know Joe's going to be on in about 13 minutes. So I'm going to take a break, and then I'll see you guys there in a little bit. So thank you for watching. Take care, and thank you for Jim and James Farley for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll see you next time, and I'll be on the stream in a little bit. I'm going to go take a break and get something to eat. Take care. Bye-bye.